Welcome to War Memorial Stadium for the 3A state finals. It is Junction City and Rivercrest. Greg Kendrick, head coach at Charleston, and we got Todd Lingrel, head coach at Mayflower, in the booth with us for this game. Guys, I'm excited. I think this is a fantastic game. We're going to see a lot of running, I got to guess, in this one. Both teams like to run the ball. Let me start with you, Greg. A lot of running? Are we going to see any passing?
No, without a doubt. This will be old school smash mouth physical football. They'll line up and run the ball right at you. So this is a type of game that's going to test their manhood each way. And we're looking forward to a physical smash mouth old school game. So it'll be interesting.
What is this like? You were here last year. What's this game like, the week like? What is the challenge facing these two coaches?
You know, you try to make it as normal as possible, which is a thing that cannot be done. But, you know, once you walk out that aisle or out that tunnel, it's a typical football game. It's a typical Friday night. And then if your kids can overcome that, tell your kids, take a deep breath, hey, relax, let's get down to work. But it's fun. How
hard is that? To try to get through to your kids that this is just another game?
You know, you'd like to say it's easy, but being a 17, 18-year-old kid, it's a challenge each week. But I feel like as long as you prepare each day, your Monday's got to be your Monday, your Tuesday, and so forth, and treat it like a week for the coaches. It's a headache. There's never a week as busy as what these young guys have experienced, and so it's as a coaching staff. But if you can get your kids to understand that, when that kickoff and that first lick hits, it's Friday night football game.
Looking out over the field, we got the officials down there. If we can take a shot of the War Memorial Stadium real quick, we'll get Coach Lingrel in here and talk to him for a few minutes. But I got to tell you, 32 minutes away from kickoff here at War Memorial Stadium as we bring in Todd Lingrel, head coach of Mayflower. And, Coach, you played Rivercrest a couple weeks ago. Unfortunately, they ended your season. Give us a scouting report on the Colts.
Well, they've got some extremely great football players. Their defensive line is a lot more physical than what we expected, and the quarterback is a really good football player. We've got two pretty good running backs, and their safety was able to contain them. If anything got beyond the first or second level, he was able to tackle it. So, this could be a real quick football game because they don't have to throw it, and they're going to run the football.
I tell you what, one thing I was impressed was the size. That they got some speed, but they had some
yes,
big guys on that line.
They do. Their center is really big. They've got a huge guards. So 6 foot plus, 300 pounds. So throughout the game, being able to push you around the thing, that posed a problem for us.
And speed. They had some speed, too. DeMylan Brown, the quarterback, we're going to see a lot of him tonight. You also had J.D. Winda, just a sophomore. He's going to go both ways. And Jamaica Franks seemed to be a bigger back. They had a little bit of everything, size and speed.
They did, and, they like to formation you a whole bunch, try to get an unbalanced line. Coach Chandler does a great job of trying to get an advantage, put angles on people, and just when you think you got them contained, they got a little sliver and they're able to run, and they've got some great linemen to give them that little sliver.
They had a great conference. You guys were knocked out by Osceola.
Yes,
Osceola, that was, and you look at Newport, that conference, they maybe had them well prepared for a run in the playoffs.
I think had top to bottom as good as conference as there is at any classification in the state of Arkansas. Newport, knocked out a 5 seed, or a 5 seed knocked out a one seed out of 6, out of typically a tough conference in Glen Rose and Prescott's conference. And so top to bottom, a phenomenal conference that has prepared Rivercrest for a deep run.
All right, let's talk a little bit about Junction City. Chavassier Frazier, we're going to say that name a lot. He is their quarterback. He can throw it a little bit, but they like to run it too. And here's what I thought was interesting. Coach told me that Coach Stephen Jones, they ran 92 plays against Harding Academy. He said that as soon as the ball's down, they're ready to snap. As soon as the referee puts it into play, they're ready to snap it. They want to go.
Well, that's one thing that I know that they don't have a lot of plays because they don't have to run a lot of plays. They run a quarterback power, halfback power a whole lot, and they're ready to run a play. I just want to, give credit to Harding Academy. I think that was a 1-point game, and they was our 3rd seed in our conference, which bodes well for our conference too.
Yeah. 92 plays will wear out a defense, won't it?
Without a doubt. It's they're a pace, high tempo, put the ball down and let it go. The thing about Junction City that you like to see is they can play on the asphalt out there and be content with what they're doing. So they're hard-nosed, physical, downhill. So it'll be fun, and they snap it fast.
We'll talk more about Shavassie Frazier, Hishma Taylor, and the Junction City Dragons in a bit. Both of these teams, I think it's very interesting. They have a history of winning championships. Junction City's won 6, and in fact, their head coach, Stephen Jones, won a state championship when he was playing at Junction City, and now his first year back. What about that? First year, and I know the groundwork was laid at Junction City by Coach Carpenter, but to come in your first year and play for a state title.
You need to talk to this guy over here. He's done that his first year.
I was very fortunate to take over a program such as Coach Jones has done, in which the foundation was built. I was fortunate to come in and take on the Lockridge, Doug Lockridge and Steve Wood, and Coach Story had built the foundation. Maintaining the monster and feeding the monster is one of the hardest things to do when the foundation's been built. And that's something Coach Jones, give him a bunch of credit as a young guy coming in, taking over a program and taking over from Coach Carpenter. Everyone says you don't want to follow a legend, and Carpenter is definitely a legend in our business, so done a great job.
We'll talk more about Junction City and Rivercrest in a few minutes. Earlier this week, I caught up with both head coaches. We'll have those interviews when we come back. You're watching the Fidelity Local 6 Fearless Friday pregame show. I don't know what happened because he was tapping.
Kickoff with over 16 locations offering the biggest discounts of the year. It's the holiday sales event going on now at greenteam.com. Hey, Little Rock, American Car Center is the king of credit.
Do you want a nice car but have bad credit?
Bad credit?
At American Car Center, we don't care about your credit.
No problem.
With just $500 a day, you can drive it away.
$500 today.
We have thousands of low-mileage cars to choose from, and all come with a limited warranty and oil changes for up to 3 years.
American Car Center, now open in North Little Rock on Warden Road north of McCain Mall. Because the king of credit wants to approve you today.
We don't run from our fears. We run with them. That's what makes us legendary. That's what makes us free. Welcome to the Brotherhood of Muscle.
Get 0% APR for 60 months plus $500 bonus cash or $4,250 total cash allowance on the 2018 Charger SXT.
Long live resilience. With Uconnect with an 8.4-inch touchscreen, class-exclusive RAM box storage, and 4-corner air suspension. Ram trucks work through the holiday so we can enjoy ours. Get a great deal on the trucks proven to last during the Ram Big Finish event.
Get 0% APR plus $1,000 bonus cash or get an average $11,724 in total values on Ram 1500 Laramie Crew Cab.
Let's talk a little bit about Junction City. The Dragons head coach joins us now, Stephen Jones. Coach, welcome to War Memorial Stadium. How does it feel? The Dragons have been here. They're used to being here. This is your first time.
Definitely. They're used to being here, and it's just great to be back. High expectations, so we're glad to be playing for state title Friday night.
But this is something you knew when you took this job, you walked into it. You knew what you were walking into.
I did. Coach Carpenter left a great program. That was a good thing about walking into it. And you didn't have to build that piece of it. Just put the scheme that you want in, and then just get those kids to buy into that and go from there. And so far, that's what happened for us.
I was looking at six state titles, the last in 2014, a storied past for Junction City, but that was in 2A. Now
right.
they're in. This would be the first in 3A.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What's the difference there, 3A and 2A?
From a coaching standpoint, I couldn't really tell you. I've coached at 4 and 6A levels. I haven't coached in 2A football, but as far as 3A goes, I know there's some outstanding coaches. We've played 3 games in a row with Harding Academy, Clinton, and then last week Coach Hooks at Osceola. Just outstanding coaches, and they had their teams ready to play each week. So it's been a tough road to get here. So we're very grateful to be playing.
Well, talking about your road, I was looking at the scores in the playoffs. 3 one-possession victories in the playoffs.
Yeah, we've had to come from behind the last 3 weeks to get here. And, the last 2 weeks we got out, and for whatever reason, both games had a 23-point lead. And those teams both came fighting back. And in the end, we found a way to win, and here we are.
What do you feel like there's a little letdown? Or does your team relax? How do you put your finger on it yet?
It's hard to tell with that, but I do know that we're battle-tested, so we're ready for Friday's game for sure. We've had 3 very tough opponents to get us prepared for what we'll see with Rivercrest on Friday.
So what you're telling us, if fans are watching during the game and y'all happen to get ahead or fall behind, don't turn the channel because this thing's far from over with Junction City.
That's right. Yes, sir.
All right, let's talk a little bit about your team. Players that we need to keep an eye on tonight.
Our running back, Hashima Taylor, has broken our school's rushing record, 32-year record. He has over 25 yards coming into tonight on the ground, 28 touchdowns. Awesome job. We try to get him the football as much as possible. And then we have Shavasier Frazier in the backfield at quarterback. He does a lot of different things for us. He's passed and rushed for over 1,000 yards on each side of that. And then Jalen Davis has been a playmaker towards the end of the season that's really come along. And he plays wide receiver. He had a big touchdown last week to kind of help us get that momentum going against Osceola.
What do you see when you watch tape, watch film of Rivercrest?
They're very physical. They're very well coached. They do things right. They're in the right spot more times than not defensively. Offensively, they mix it up a good bit. They have a couple of playmakers that can go the distance, so we'll have to key on those guys and be ready.
They have speed. I know you guys have speed. I saw Rivercrest at Mayflower a couple of weeks ago. They had speed also.
They do a couple different schemes as far as what we do, but very top to bottom. I feel like talent-wise, we're a very evenly matched team.
Your players will be familiar with Rivercrest because that's who knocked them out of the playoffs and into their season last year.
That's right. So they have a bad taste in their mouth and are ready to get back out there and, for the senior class last year, put a win together and get some revenge.
Have you looked back at that game?
Not really. It's so much different with, even with 2 or 3 guys that graduated. It's just really not anything that you focus on. I try to look at just the past couple of weeks on the opponent and focus on that.
So some of this year's seniors, though, they've let you know.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's small town football, so those guys are still around all the time and involved, and they want us to win and keep going for sure.
What's it like in Junction City now that you're going to the finals? Because, for some schools they get here and it means everything because they haven't been there before, haven't been there in a long time. But with Junction City and the storied past, is this just another week, or are they appreciative of the fact that they're back?
They're very proud that we made it to the finals, but you get that sense of we want you to win. We're glad you're here, but you better win. So they're proud that we've made it to War Memorial, but the program that Coach Carpenter built and all the state titles that he was able to put together, that's what the fan base expects. So that's what we want to give them Friday.
What kind of shoes were those to fill?
You can't fill them. Coach Carpenter, what he did at Junction City was incredible. I mean, the run that he had, the state titles, and the impact that he left on all the athletes that he coached, including myself. I mean, there's no way to fill those shoes. So for me, just to come in and mainly just try to be myself and not, focus on what all that he did and how he ran the program and operated, just try to do, what I feel like is best for our guys. So that's what tried to focus on that.
What will we see tonight out of Junction City offensively? What's the style look like?
Yeah, we're a very up-tempo team. We try to snap the football as soon as it's set. We ran 92 plays against Harding Academy, which was a state record, and we try to, snap the ball as much as possible and go quickly and hopefully wear people down with that in the fourth quarter.
My color guys they're not going to have time to talk. And I got Mitch Petrus in the booth tonight. That's maybe tough for him because it's going to be go.
It's going to be quick pace for sure. We try to run as many plays as possible.
And what do you do defensively?
Defensively, we play an odd front with cover 4 look behind it and a very aggressive safety play. And just tonight, especially, we'll try to stop the run. Got to stop the run and contain Rivercrest quarterback, who is an outstanding athlete, and he's made plays all year long that have kept them in games, and he's just one that we've got to look out for.
Coach, we appreciate it.
Thank you.
And congratulations on being here.
Thanks,
Best
Wes.
of
I
luck
appreciate
tonight.
it.
We'll talk about Rivercrest when we come back. You're watching the Fidelity Local 6 Fearless Friday pregame show.
Being local, being part of the town is what really sets us apart.
So it's just nice that we kind of take action.
And customer service really is asking questions and finding out what the customer's need is.
Thank you for being connected with Fidelity.
This whole company, like technicians, everybody that I've worked with, they go above and beyond to give a good customer experience more than what any customer expects. And it's nice.
Be locally connected with Fidelity Communications.
Now my daughter plays a recorder, and we have to video her and then post that to her teacher as part of her homework.
My kids have to have it. She's only in 4th grade. My other one's in high school, so of course she needs it. But
I have so many siblings, and my nephews and my mother are there, and I can't be there. We can FaceTime, and I get to see all of them, and we get to talk, and it just makes it that much better for my mom.
You have to have the internet. It's like a necessity.
Be connected with Fidelity Communications.
Are your devices playing tug of war with limited bandwidth, competing for an uninterrupted flow of video, music, games, Snapchats, and online shopping? Get more bandwidth, more capacity to cover all of your devices. How many people use internet in your home? How much capacity do you really need? Fidelity Communications Bandwidth Analyzer can tell you. Go to fidelitycommunications.com, click the Internet tab, and get started. Stop the tug of war. Get Fidelity.
Bring home the best in local high school sports with Fidelity Local 6. Catch the players, the rivalries, and the fans that make game days electrifying in your hometown. Watch live broadcasts or on demand with Fido, the whole home DVR entertainment experience. It's the local coverage you want. Fidelity Local 6, the best in local high school sports coverage.
All right, we're going to talk about the Rivercrest Colts now. Their head coach, Kelly Chandler, joins us. Coach, congratulations on being here.
Oh, thanks.
This is awesome and a great opportunity. I got to watch you guys play a half against Mayflower a couple weeks ago, and I walked away impressed. I thought you guys played well and had a very good team.
Well, we really had one of our better games of the year, if not the best game of the year that night. We executed game plans real well, and we're on top of everything we wanted to do.
When did you know that you might have a chance to get here with this team?
Well, you always hope. I don't know if we ever knew until that game the other night was over with. So you never know for sure until you finally, that last second takes off.
All right, let's talk about your team. Who are some guys that we need to keep an eye on tonight?
Well, I think DeMylon Brown, our quarterback, is going to have to have a good game for us if we're going to win. He's been good, throughout the playoffs and throughout the year, and he's going to have a real good game for us. I think both our other running backs, J.D. Wanda and Jamaica Franks, both will have good games too to take the pressure off of him. We depend on our offensive line to open some holes. If we're getting stuffed, it's because they're not doing their job or they're just getting whipped. So I'm hoping they're up to the task again and can do their job. But on offense, that's who's be on defense. A lot of the same guys, but Jamaica Franks is going to be one of our standouts on defense. Carl Coleman, Easton Elder, Logan Gray. There's some players that and Kendaris Brooks, our left tackle. They need to play well on Friday night.
Coach, I watched when I saw y'all against Mayflower. You're run it, and then you'd hit them with that little pass. Is that kind of your game plan? That run it, and then hit them deep?
Well, we're a run-first team. There's no doubt about that. But when they start creeping up, we got to do something different. And if you don't, then they can just stay up there. So we try to catch them. And if we're going to throw it, we'd like to throw it to get some points or big plays anyway.
With Junction City and their high-tempo offense, would you like to play ball control and run that clock and keep their offense over there on the sideline?
Well, yeah. I mean, as more we have the ball, and they can't score, but they're really explosive. They got 3 excellent skill people, and they got a large line. And I just we just want to keep the ball as much as we can away from them, and that way we save a lot of energy not playing in defense.
Different coach for Junction City, different players for you and Junction City than last year, but you knocked out Junction City 14-13 last year in the playoffs. What do you remember from that game?
I remember it was hard fought, excellent team on the other side, and then we had to score late to win it. I mean, last minute I think to score to win. It'll be tough. We know it's going to be tough.
Does that give your players that were in that game a little confidence, knowing you've done it, you can do it?
Well, that and just be familiar with them. I think they take a lot from that. So it's not like we're playing somebody we never played before, and not knowing how they play or how physical they may be. So I think just being familiar with them and how physical they are will help us.
Now, Rivercrest was right here at War Memorial Stadium in 2015, came up a little short. Does that help this week? Some of those players?
I think so, because a lot of the sophomores in that game are now seniors, and I think they will take from that game, preparation and what we need to do this time.
Just the week leading up to it, the whole festivities, the hoopla, it's got to help.
Yeah, and it will. I'm sure that they take the instruction better now, that they know, hey, this is what he was talking about back then. So hopefully a lesson learned, hopefully.
Got 2 state titles there at Rivercrest. What would this mean, a third?
Oh, I think it just adds on to the tradition we've had, and to give everybody back home that assurance that we're still doing our job.
I want to ask you about Junction City. When you pop on the tape, your eyes got a little big right there. What do you see when you pop on that tape?
Well, they got some real good athletes, and they execute their plays well. I mean, you tell they're well coached, and they can score at any time. And you see people that can't tackle their runners and stuff. That's all through the playoffs. So I'm saying, well, what are we going to do different here? But that's what scares you. Are you going to be able to tackle them and get them down on the ground?
Speed, they have.
Oh, they got speed. They got I don't think we faced the speed and power they had in other teams. Some of them have real good quickness, or some are real fast. But the combination of power and speed is what worries you.
And their tempo. Do you see that often?
Well, we do. Osola's high fast team, and runs plays out, no huddle and stuff like that. We see it, but that should not be a problem. But we get tired, it might.
Defensively, what do you guys try to do?
Well, stop run if we can, slow them down there, and that's the problem. They run first too, also, but that's what we got to try to stop the run first and see if we can go from there.
And what do you see out of Junction City defensively?
I see some strong guys. They're strong up front, and they can run to the ball. So it's going to be a tough task getting them blocked.
And I've seen 3 state championship games so far this weekend. Special teams comes up big. How do you see these 2 teams with their special teams?
Well, I think the winner will have a good day with the special teams. We had a little problem last week with our extra points and kickoff, so hopefully we get some things fixed this week and not have that problem.
Coach, thank you.
All right, thank you.
We appreciate your time. Congratulations. Best of luck.
Thanks.
Stick around. When we come back, we'll get you set for kickoff. You're watching the Fearless Friday Fidelity Local 6 pregame show.
When the holidays get busy, Popeyes has you covered with our delicious $20 and $5 holiday feasts.
So I can grab a real dinner on my way home.
I got you. It's enough chicken for 4 plus 2 large sides and biscuits for $20 or 2 pieces of fries and a biscuit for $5. It's my gift to you. Oh, you got your hands full.
Why, what are they doing?
Y'all deserve some Popeyes, so treat yourselves to my $20 or $5 holiday feast.
Love that chicken from Popeyes. Where does the big man go for Santa-sized deal? CraneTeam.com, of course. During the Crane Team Holiday Sales Event, you'll find thousands of clearance-priced vehicles at CraneTeam.com. Shop the largest selection of new and pre-owned vehicles in Arkansas. Value your trade, get financing, and your sales tax paid, all from the comfort of your home. The Crane Team's got 'em, with over 16 locations offering the biggest discounts of the year. It's the Holiday Sales Event going on now at CraneTeam.com.
Okay, let's go over this one more time. Tony picks up the crew at 12 sharp. He drives to this convenience store. I enter, nonchalantly proceed to the counter, pay the clerk. Boom. With a little luck, we walk out with $1 million winner. Easy breezy, right?
So what do you need us for?
That's a fair question.
You could get away with $1 million today.
I'm covered for her and for him.
I'm covered for me and for them.
I'm covered for her and for me.
She's covered for that and that.
I'm covered from here all the way to here.
Whether it's taking care of yourself, your family, or your employees, visit myarinsurance.com to take care of what matters most.
Back at War Memorial Stadium for the 3A State Championship game between Junction City and Rivercrest. Dragons and Colts will be hitting the field here in a few minutes. I see the Dragons looking on, watching the Yarnells kick for free ice cream for a year. We haven't given away any ice cream tonight, but I tell you what, last weekend, a lot of kids were walking away with free ice cream for a year. Let's take a look at some, excuse me, look at some, a little wide and right. Let's take a look at some of the stats before we get this game started. About 8 minutes now until kickoff in this 3A State Championship game. Take a look at some of Junction City's leading receivers. They're not going to throw the ball a lot tonight. We're not going to see a whole lot of passing for the year. Junction City's passed for 1,500 yards, but their leading receivers, Jalen Davis with 35 catches, 700 yards, 7 touchdowns, and Coach said he's really coming on strong, had a couple of his best games. Jacoby Fisher also one to keep an eye on, 24 catches, 397 yards. As far as leading rushers for Junction City, Hishma Taylor, 2,450 yards rushing. That is a school record, and Coach Langrel, he's got a chance tonight to pass your running back for the leading rusher in the season, for this season.
Well, we wish him the best, but he's got about 100 yards to go. And one thing that he'll have a great opportunity to get that record, but it'll be well deserving. Hey, he's playing 14 games or 15 games this year.
Rivercrest leading receiver J.D. Winda, you're going to hear his name a lot. 14 catches, 287 yards, 5 touchdowns. He also is one of their leading rushers, and he plays defensive end for them. Zori Chipman, number 9, has 8 catches on the year, 2 touchdowns, and Caleb Long, 7 catches for 2 touchdowns. Rivercrest is a running team, and here's their leading rushers. DeMylan Brown, 1,211 yards, 17 touchdowns. He's also their quarterback. Coach Langrel, he's a dual threat guy. Well, triple option, really. He can throw it, he can run it, and then he plays defense for him, too.
He's an exceptional ball player. He's about 6'2 or 6'3", too. He probably don't get enough credit to throw the ball, but he can throw the ball very effectively. And like I said, he plays free safety, and you're not going to get behind him.
Contavious Robinson there, 901 yards, 15 touchdowns. He's only played 9 games. He went out in the Osceola game in early November and hasn't played until maybe tonight. We saw him warming up, so keep an eye out for number 1, Contavious Robinson. And then Jamaica Franks, big number 40, 512 yards rushing and 9 touchdowns. There's your passing numbers. You can compare the two quarterbacks, and I think you can see Rivercrest. They'll throw it if you dare them, basically. Right. 612 yards for the entire season. Chavancier Frazier, almost 1,200 yards on the season, 17 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. And let's take a look. There you go. That's exactly what we've been talking about. You compare the two teams. They like to run it. Both of them running for over 4,000 yards, passing-wise, 729 for the Colts and 1,540 for the Dragons. That's going to be a little different for you, Coach Kendrick, right? All those rushing yards, those.
I'm about to say, you can add up our 6 years or 5 years as a head coach, and I don't think we've rushed for 4,500 yards. So it'll be a little interesting watch. It'll be fun to watch.
All right, what's going on right now? 5 minutes before they run out here onto the field. Take us inside that locker room.
As the players come out, as we talked about earlier, you try to, go through your last-minute preparation, go through your pregame speech. As the kids walk through the tunnel, you like to say, guys, take a deep breath around, enjoy it, suck it in. take a look around. But as soon as that kickoff happens, it's, a typical Friday night football game that you've experienced since you were 7th grade. So that it's fun at this time. That's when you get chills when you walk out as a high school football player, or even a high school football coach, and you look around and you're playing in the ultimate place for Arkansas. So it's exciting.
The captains are coming out for the coin toss. All right, give me your philosophies. You win the toss, what do you want to do?
Well, I always like to get the ball, and, if we get a fast start, if we think we can get a fast start, that's what I want to do. But and that's probably what I would do tonight. It's going to come down to a number of possessions, and I think that whoever wins the toss, they'll probably want the football.
Same thing. If we're facing one of these two football teams that's going to run the football for over 4,000 yards a game, we're going to take the football. We take it first anytime. Try to put the pressure on them. But especially if they're going to be ground control and try to control the clock and keep the ball out of your hands, we're going with the football.
All right, give me your keys to the game. What do you think needs to happen tonight? Coach Langwell, I'll start with you.
Well, number one, both teams are going to have to tackle in space, and that's a very important key factor. When you have a bunch of athletes on the field, you'll have to tackle in space, and I think special teams are going to come down big. Either one of these teams, you kick it deep, they're going to have the ability to take it the distance. That'd be my two keys to a victory.
Coach Kendrick, what do you think? What are you going to be keeping an eye on? Turnovers. In any big football game, we like to control the ball and make sure we limit the other team's possession, especially a group like this that can run the football, can limit your possessions with how many times your offense touches the ball. So, again, special teams in any big ball games win or lose the game for you, and turnovers.
Junction City will receive the opening kickoff. Their fans, you could hear from them, and they're excited. They wanted to get the ball, and with that offense, why wouldn't they want to get the ball and take it first? If you run 92 plays against Harding Academy, that says a lot about your offense.
That means you got, you're not just busting big plays. What that tells me is they've got a ball control team, that they're not busting 80-yard plays, and they have an identity and they know what they're going to do.
The Rivercrest Colts have made it out onto the field for this 3A state championship game. We're 2 minutes away from the beginning kickoff. Junction City's gathered behind the banner. They're all talking right now. Got a little team huddle going up, and the Dragons are ready to get on out here and get this thing started. Like I said, they're going to receive the opening kickoff in this 3A state championship game. The Dragons have been here a lot. They've won 6 state titles, the last one coming in 2014. The Colts have 2 state titles, the last one in 2010. Thought it was interesting. Rivercrest did win this game last year against Junction City. They ended Junction City's season a close 14-13 victory in the second round. Here come the Dragons. What kind of motivation is that? Who gives the advantage? Because you got one team that's ticked off, but then the other team's got that confidence that they can beat Junction City.
Well, I would think the team that got beat would have some locker room talk that we was right there with them, and look how much better we are, and look how much better we've prepared. And I would say that I'd give the advantage to Junction City there.
I would as well. Very rarely in life do you get a second chance, and for Junction City to get a second chance at a team that knocked them out last year would be motivating in itself.
Guys, y'all ready for kickoff?
Let's do it.
We've talked about it for 30 minutes, and now we're going to get this game started. Teams are coming onto the field, and Rivercrest, they kick it. They kick it deep.
Yes, that kid has the ability to kick in the end zone. Now they didn't kick it deep to us, but he has that ability.
I know their kicker Mateo Chirinos was 51 of 52 on extra points this season, so.
He's a big kid.
Yeah, that's who's kicking off for him, big number 44. We're going to get to see his leg on him right now. And your 3A kickoff is underway. Junction City returns the kickoff from about the 25-yard line, and that's the first big hit of the night, and we're going to see a lot of that.
We're going to see a lot of that. They are very aggressive, and that's one thing. I thought that was one of our most physical games of the year, and they just showed you there. You watch this defensive line, they can play.
The Dragons will come out with quarterback Chavancier Frazier. You're going to hear his name a lot tonight. Chavancier Frazier, number 8. Number 5, his running back, Hishma Taylor, 2,400 yards rushing, 2,450. And Who are you going to keep an eye on in that Rivercrest defense, Coach?
Number 50. He can play right there. He's on the tackle there, number 50.
Well, there he is. We're going to hear from Logan Gray all night long. He has 66 tackles on the year for Rivercrest. Easton Elder, number 14, their sophomore linebacker, has 68 tackles on the season. Jamaica Franks, number 40, 69 tackles. A little toss sweep outside. Junction City gets the ball out past the 30-yard line. After a 2nd and 9, they'll pick up about 4 on the play, so that'll bring up 3rd down and 5.
That's one of those high percentage plays. You can get your quarterback ready to throw the football.
3rd and 5 from Junction City. We're just underway. First series of the game for the Dragons. Frazier in the shotgun. The ball was snapped. He wasn't looking for it. Hishma Taylor does a great job of recovering, and it could have been a disaster right there.
That was a big loss, and there was a miscommunication. I think Coach Jones was trying to call a different play. They got a little different look than they wanted and snapped over his head.
Yep, center snapped it. Quarterback was never looking, and there's the replay of it right there. And now they're going to go into a punting formation. Frazier is also their punter, so the quarterback backs up, gets the snap, and the low line drive punt hits at about the 30. Good bounce to the 43-yard line, and that's where Rivercrest will take over.
And be ready, against Melbourne. Rivercrest come out in swinging gate, and they do a lot of different multiple things.
I don't know if that could have started any better for Rivercrest.
Great start.
Great field position for 43-yard line going in, so great field position. One thing that'll be interesting to note as well is the hidden yards of just special teams, as we said earlier, so big advantage right now, Rivercrest.
Rivercrest comes out with DeMylan Brown. That's their quarterback, number 3. He's a junior. He's in the shotgun. J.D. Winder, number 4, you're going to see a lot of. The fake to Winder. Brown keeps it. Brown trying to get to the outside. He cannot get there. Junction City's defense with the stop. Junction City's Dante Gibson would not let him get outside.
That's one thing running east-west on both of these teams will be extremely hard. I'm looking for Rivercrest to go more north-south now, and it'll be
loss of about 5 on the play. That may bring up 2nd and 15. The ball is now on the 49-yard line. Receiver in motion, that's Caleb Long. Long gets it.
Wide open. There.
You called it, Coach. J.D. Winder wide open, and he strolls in for the first score of the day, 49 yards. J.D. Winder.
Great call.
Great call. And, I was going to ask you how many of their running backs have thrown touchdown passes because they threw 2 against us. And, like here again, Coach Chandler does a great job setting up plays.
Here's a replay, and you think it's going to be just another little sweep to the outside, hands it off to the wide receiver. And that's the same play they ran against you, isn't it, Coach? I hate to bring it up.
I know it is real close. It's hard to coach up safeties against that double reverse pass.
Mateo Chirinos on for the extra point. It is good, and just like that, the Colts lead it 7-0. Each team with 1 drive, and Rivercrest takes the lead. You are watching the Centennial Bank State Championship games brought to you by Fidelity Local 6 and Fearless Friday.
Being local, being part of the town is what really sets us apart.
So it's just nice that we kind of take action.
The customer service really is asking questions and finding out what the customer's need is.
Thank you for being connected with Fidelity.
How many devices will you be running in your home?
This whole company, technicians, everybody that I've worked with, they go above and beyond to give a good customer experience, more than what any customer expects.
I firmly believe in doing the best that we can for our customers.
Just so you know, there's no data caps, no overage fees, so you can be on it 24/7.
One day I had 5 compliments in a row for technicians, and I think it's a big deal for customers to take time out of their day just to call and let us know that they went above and beyond for them.
Within Fidelity, teamwork is gigantic. We couldn't be anything without teamwork. We work together.
It didn't take long for our first action of the game. Rivercrest runs 2 plays, gets them with a little bit of a trick play, but I guess when you run it so much, it's not really a trick play.
No, it's not. Expect the unexpected with Rivercrest.
Rivercrest set to kick off. Junction City has two returners back deep at the 10-yard line. Chirinos puts his foot into it, and Junction City's going to field it at about the 24-yard line. Dragons looking for a hole, trying to get up the middle. They got a little something there, 35 to the 40, cutting it to the outside to the 44-yard line. That's where the Dragons will take over. 1st and 10 on the return, Jacoby Fisher for Junction City.
And one thing as offense comes back on the football field that, Junction's been behind numerous times in every playoff game. They were down 30-8 last week, so never count the I know it's just 7 right now, but never count Junction out.
That's what Coach Jones was telling us earlier. They've been behind in all 3 of their playoff games and came back to win all 3 of them. First down run for Junction City is good for about a yard. They'll move the ball up to about the 45-yard line. Jalen Davis, the receiver, on the carry.
That's just a jet sweep, and here again, the defensive front was able to handle that.
Frazier in the shotgun. He's going to keep it, and the quarterback gets his feet taken out from underneath him. He falls forward to the 49-yard line, gain of about 4. That'll bring up 3rd and 5.
There's a little option read, power option read. They closed well.
Did you happen to see who got in there? Was that your number 50,
50.
Logan Gray?
Yes.
Number 50, Logan Gray.
Creating all kinds of problems. 3rd and 5, Frazier in the shotgun. Fakes the jet sweep, and he is brought down from behind the Rivercrest defense, and that's J.D. Winda, who just scored the touchdown.
One thing you see is you see the Rivercrest defensive line controlling the line of scrimmage and, getting penetration, which really hurts, an up-tempo, fast-paced football team as Junction City.
Well, Winda was flying to the ball, wasn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, it's 4th and 8, a loss on the play. Right now, Frazier's in the shotgun. Looking over now to Coach Jones and the staff, deciding what they want to do.
Going for it.
They are going for
First pass of the game.
Frazier looking to throw, and he's throwing it deep. He's got a receiver, Jalen Davis, but it's underthrown, knocked down, and Rivercrest will take over at the 49-yard line.
That was probably the best thing that could have happened is he knocked it down. It was a good field position.
Rivercrest was upset. 18 was, but that's the best thing that he could do is knock the ball down. So
I think that's what the coach was telling him on the sideline. Hey, that was a good thing you didn't catch it, not a bad thing. Here's a replay of it, and has a receiver open and just underthrows it. And
new rule in effect this year: no face guarding in high school football and NFHS rules. So last year that had been a penalty.
First down for Rivercrest on the 46-yard line. Again, great field position for Rivercrest.
New formation.
DeMylan Brown in the shotgun. Brown hands it off. The ball's on the ground. Junction City recovers on the 50. A big play for the Dragons. They get the ball right back.
One of the keys to the game early, again, turnovers, field position. So Junction, as you said, gets the ball right back, and great field position for them starting at the 49-yard line.
Yep, number 10, Johnny on the spot for Junction City. That's Dante Gibson. He had a big play on first down and another big play on the second possession on first down, recovering the fumble. So back on offense is Chavancier Frazier. Hishma Taylor is running back. Taylor's got it, and he's out to the right side. To the 45, to the 40. He's got a first down, looking for more. He'll be brought down at the 36.
I got a feeling we're going to see that play again.
One thing you enjoy, look at getting to the ball, Junction City getting to the ball. The back judge having to slow them down. So they are a high-paced, fast-tempo football team.
Well, the ball's in play, and they're ready to snap it. Frazier's looking over at the sideline. Frazier with Taylor in the backfield. He moves him over to his left. Looked like we had a little false start there. Yes. Everybody was moving except for the center. We'll get the call from the officials, but that'll be a 5-yard penalty against the Dragons.
False start, offense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
So after picking up a first down on their first play of this possession, the Dragons penalized, and that's going to push them back 5. It'll be 1st and 15. The ball now on the 42. Frazier and Taylor in the backfield. Got a receiver to either side. Fakes it to Taylor, and there's Frazier trying to find something, but just nothing there.
Wes, I don't know if you've seen it. Number 3, D. Brown, come from the safety spot, 2 yards deep in the backfield. Very aggressive. He's that type of player.
The quarterback wanting to atone for the mishandled the mistake. And here's Junction City already back out there. They're ready to go. It's going to be hard to get replays in on this game because these guys, as soon as the ball is in play, they're ready to go. Frazier sends Taylor in motion. Frazier looking to pass. He's going to throw it back.
Played great.
Wow,
great
how about
Rivercrest? Closing
Rivercrest
speed.
Defense.
Wow.
Jacoby Fisher on the catch, but there were 2 Colts there for the tackle. That'll be a loss of about 7 on the play. Well, they're going to move him up a little bit. They're going to say he got back to the line of scrimmage. So it's 3rd down and 15. Taylor with it. He's over on the right side trying to get to the outside. He does. To the 35, to the 30. It's close to the first down. It's going to be marked out at the 26-yard line.
That's second
he
time
knocked
they ran.
the chains down. I think he got it. They're going to pull the chains back up and take a look at things.
Second time they ran what looked like buck sweep. Buck sweep to the field. Getting the ball in is at Hishma Taylor's hands and letting your dude go.
And Taylor, you can see the speed there, able to get to the outside. It was a first down. Quick pass to the outside, and Frazier connects, but the receiver has nowhere to go.
They are playing very aggressive in the secondary. They're coming up. And here again, keys of the game, open field tackling, and that's just what happened.
Is this a setup for maybe a little short fake and go since they're playing so aggressive?
It would be for me. I don't know if they have that, but they're throwing it deep here and just
Frazier on the quarter route just cannot connect with Jacoby Fisher. It falls incomplete. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10, or I guess it's 3rd down and 9.
Vertical game and had the DB spun around and had him on the vertical and just couldn't connect. But 2 down territory.
Yes. You betcha. No doubt.
Be right.
So without a doubt.
Ball's on the 25 now, so it's 3rd and 9.
Got quads coming out here.
Quads bunch package.
Frazier with the quick pass. It's to Jalen Davis. Davis makes one cut, makes one man miss. He's got the first down. He's down at the 12-yard line. You like that play?
That's an easy play. Hey, that's high percentage. Get your guys out in space and let them go. And, the untold stories, the guys out blocking for him that you don't get the credit and their name called out, but they're just as important to that play.
Coach Jones said Jalen Davis was really coming. We saw him coming on this play. That's Taylor up the middle. Taylor picks up about 4 yards on first down. He's marked down at the 8, so it'll be 2nd down and 6. 6 minutes, 13 seconds to go in this first quarter. Rivercrest got the ball and 2 plays later scored on their first drive. Junction City now on their 3rd drive of the game. Frazier and shotgun. Frazier's going to keep it. He's looking over the right side. Nothing there. He is swarmed by – look, he made 2 guys miss. And then you think, well, he made those 2 miss. And then there were 2 more there. And as soon as they slowed him up, there were 3 more coming.
Closing speed and pursuit of the football. Wow. A great individual play and great team pursuit by the Colts.
Impressive-looking defense. So Frazier rolling to his right, and he's trying to throw back to his left. Now he's got a receiver open in the middle, and that's Fisher with the catch at about the 6-yard line. So it was 3rd and 13. He takes it to the 6, so it'll be 4th and about 3.5.
I'll tell you what, Wes, Coach Jones is doing an excellent job keeping them off balance, running outside zone, inside, power read in the screen game, and they're had the option of throwing the throwback.
That's impressed with Frazier. He came off his primary receiver and found the man over the middle.
Yes, he did.
Going for it on 4th down. Frazier to Taylor. Taylor up the middle. Taylor into the end zone. Touchdown, Junction City. It is 7-6. That was a great responding drive.
Yes, it was. And turnover was big. And like I said, they did all phases of the game, inside, outside, screen game, and threw it downfield.
Getting that turnover is big, but getting points off that turnover is even bigger. Junction City will go for 2. I was looking at their stats. They don't kick it very often. And you're going to see a lot of 2-point conversions from them. So Frazier and shotgun, and he's going to hand it off the middle to Jalen Davis. Davis is stuffed. 2-point conversion is no good. So Rivercrest keeps the lead 7-6. We have 4 minutes and 59 seconds left in the first quarter. You're watching the 3A State Championship game brought to you by Centennial Bank. Fearless Friday. We'll take a break. Be back with more first quarter action.
An amazing life inspires others. While Jason was looking to improve his, he did something greater. By including his wife, co-workers, and gym mates on his journey, he's lifting up the people that give him so much. And thanks to the physician-designed weight loss program at Baptist Health, it's the nearly 200 pounds he's lost that's helping him lead the way. Keep on lifting, keep on striding,
and keep on amazing.
Learn more about your Be Healthy weight loss options at Baptist-Health.com.
Good first quarter of action here at War Memorial Stadium. Rivercrest leads Junction City 7-6. It's the 3A state title game. Rivercrest got the ball on their first possession on the second play. They scored on a long touchdown. Junction City's first two drives didn't amount to a whole lot, but on Rivercrest, when they got the ball back, they turned it over quickly. And then Junction City's third possession, right down the field, a responding touchdown, 2-point conversion leaves them 1 point shy. And that's where we are after 1 quarter of play, or half a quarter of play. Junction City getting ready to kick off, and Rivercrest not sending anybody deep, really. They realize what's about to come. Looks like it's going to be a high, short sky kick.
That or set up for an onside kick.
It is an onside kick, Coach.
Uh-oh.
Ball is loose. Junction City's on it.
Nope.
Well, they had a chance.
Wow.
I think they did. Finally, the kicker did, didn't it? The kicker came all the way back and got it.
There's 2 stolen possessions.
Jack Smith, who kicked it. You see it bounce off of him, and then here comes Jack Smith again and recovers it.
Great kick.
First down.
Not only great onside kick, but Coach Jones being really, really aggressive in special teams and big part of the football game.
So Junction City gets the ball right back. We did a game like this last week with PA, with all the onside kicks, and they were able to steal one possession. Junction City on the run, and that is Hishma Taylor making guys miss. That's 2, 3 guys he made miss, and Taylor made something out of nothing, picking up 7 yards on the play.
I think he ran about 40, but he made some people miss. There again, open field tackling is big in games like this.
That was also a quads bunch set out of Coach Jones and getting into an unbalanced set.
2nd and 3. The ball is on the 46-yard line. Hishma Taylor back there. Got Chavancier Frazier looking to throw. He's going to throw it quick to Taylor. Flag down on the play.
Running back wasn't set on that play. Have to be set for a second.
He just went into motion a little bit too quick.
Coming forward, yep.
Illegal motion. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Replay, second down.
Taylor's tapping himself on the helmet. I thought he was saying that's my fault, but actually he's saying I need to get out of the game. Yeah, he never got set. Was kind of leaning forward. So Taylor comes out. New running back in, and they're going to take Jalen Davis from wide receiver and put him in as a running back.
But we see some kind of quarterback run here.
Well, you called it, Coach. There's Frazier keeping it. Nowhere to go, but Frazier still battling forward and gets the ball to the 44-yard line.
Ball was out, fumble. Rivercrest says they got it.
The Colts have it.
Wow.
There they go. The officials are motioning towards Rivercrest, and now we have another turnover. So each team has 1 turnover. Rivercrest also lost the onside kick. There's a replay. Just fighting forward for Frazier, trying to get that extra yard, and Rivercrest holds him up, and look at the guys just come in and yank it and take it away.
As Warren Thorman, number 2, come out and stripped it, just took it from him.
That's how you create turnovers. You hold up that ball carrier, and the other guys come in, just take it away, strip it out. All right, the Colts with, how about that? Ball on the 44-yard line.
This has been great for the Colts this year.
Had some great field position. The Mylan Brown in there. Brown's going to keep it. Brown over the right side, makes one guy miss. He's up the middle to the 30. The 25-21 man to beat.
Oh, really impressive.
Try to make a great move. Just tripped up at the 12-yard line. The Mylan Brown.
He was stacked up there at the line of scrimmage, but he's got enough power, enough savvy, and the will to escape, and that's just what he did for a big game.
He got a little crease and got some acceleration through the hose. Impressive. Junction in a 4-2 cover 1.
He almost put on another good move right there at the end, but instead he's brought down.
Second time they've been in a 2-by-2. I'm sorry, Wes.
No, you're fine. That's first and 10 from the 12. Brown hands it off. Junction City's defense is going to stop him around the 9, the 8-yard line. I think the ball's on the ground again.
One thing you notice out of both these backs, though, is they continue falling forward.
Junction City says they have it. No, Rivercrest has it. They're pulling it up. So Rivercrest keeps it. You're right, Coach. He just kept leaning forward, getting a little push, and made 4 yards out of really nothing.
I've seen very few knockback tackles, which is something you stress as a defense coordinator, but these backs continue to run hard and fall forward, hitting the yards.
Franks on the carry, the bigger back. That's Franks, but fake to Franks. That time it's Brown, and he's stuffed. Nothing there for Brown. They'll lose. They're going to say he got back to the line of scrimmage, so it'll be 3rd down and 6. The ball on the 8.
Looked like they're playing straight man across, and they got their free safety walked up about 6 yards, playing an extra linebacker.
This could bring up something interesting if they don't get the score here. Mateo Chirinos is 51 of 52. Well, now 52 of 53 for extra points. But he's only tried 1 field goal, and he was 0 for 1. He missed the 1 field goal. They're down close. 3rd and 7, the ball on about the 8, 9-yard line, looking to pass. Throw it out in the flat. Receiver makes a guy miss, and it's J.D. Winda again. Winda with his 2nd touchdown reception of the game.
You said it, open field tackle was one of Coach Langrell's keys.
J.D. Winda putting on a move at about the 5-yard line. Looked like Junction City may be able to tackle him short of the marker, but he makes the guy miss. He's into the end zone.
Wes, but the touch on the football, D. Brown just put it right where it needed to be for his running back to get in for the score.
Great move from Winda. Here's the extra point. It's up. It's good. And Rivercrest takes a 14-6 lead over Junction City with 2 minutes and 18 seconds to go in the first quarter. You're watching the Fearless Friday Fidelity Local 6 Championship Games.
Where does the big man go for Santa-sized deal? CraneTeam.com, of course. During the Crane Team Holiday Sales Event, you'll find thousands of clearance-priced vehicles at CraneTeam.com. Shop the largest selection of new and pre-owned vehicles in Arkansas. Value your trade, get financing, and your sales tax paid all from the comfort of your home. The Crane Team's got them, with over 16 locations offering the biggest discounts of the year. It's the Holiday Sales Event going on now at CraneTeam.com.
Exciting first quarter in this 3A state championship game. Rivercrest with 2 touchdowns. 2 touchdowns from J.D. Winda. Winda now has, for the night, receiving 2 catches, 57 yards, and 2 touchdowns. That's not a bad quarter.
That's not bad at all.
Not a bad start. Junction City will be getting the ball back. Junction City scored 1 touchdown, missed the 2-point conversion. And that's where we are with 2 minutes and 18 seconds to go in this first quarter. Chirinos to kick off. It's going to be a short kickoff to about the 20. The Dragons field it there to the 30. And they'll be knocked down at the 32-yard line. Swansea Frazier and the Dragons will come back out onto the field. Try to tie things up.
West J.D. Winda, sophomore?
Sophomore.
Wow.
Yeah, he's good. He's everywhere.
Yeah, you'll see him on offense. Well, we've already seen him on offense, but you can also keep an eye on him at that defensive end spot, number 4. He's already made a play or 2 out there on the field.
He just made that tackle.
Did he on the kickoff return?
The kickoff return. He's fixing to run that one down.
Just made enough.
Oh, it missed the tackle. Frazier spinning down to about the 38-yard line. He'll be 3 yards short of the first down. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Some nice running plays in this game.
Impressive sophomore, though, for having a great night on the biggest stage.
Quick pass out or quick toss. Junction City trying to get to the outside. It does, but it's all going to come back. That was Jalen Davis on the reception or on the carry.
Just got to keep your hands inside, work your feet, and give them a one-way go, and that's must have had hands outside.
That was also J.D. Winda stringing it
yes,
out
it was.
And getting held. So,
well,
Junction City's saying it's going the other way.
Maybe not. They're signaling.
Let's take a listen.
Personal foul, face mask, defense, 15 yards from the end of the run. First down.
They're a lot closer than we are. They saw it down there, the face mask. So give Jalen Davis credit for the 7 yards, and now 15 yards. You got the defender, J.D. Winda, trying to hold off the offensive player. Got his hands a little high, maybe. Ball's at the 41-yard line.
Quads bunch, quarterback.
Little sugar huddle, buck sweep, quarterback, buck sweep. They didn't.
Yep. That's the second time we've seen that.
Play was blown dead before it even started.
Right, they didn't put the ball in play.
Prior to the snap, false start. Offense, 5-yard penalty. First down.
That time it was Taylor taking the direct snap. They'll push them back to the 46-yard line, so it'll be first down and 15. See Frazier coming back into the game. Frazier in the shotgun. Taylor lined up behind him. Taylor gets it, and he's off the right side. Goes off right tackle, picks up about the 5 yards they lost on first down. Temper's already flaring out there.
Down there, a little chippy.
Some of these guys remember last year.
I guess so.
They'll mark it just right about where the original line of scrimmage was, so it'll be second down and 10. Ball on the 41. Davis going out wide right. Frazier and Taylor will be in the backfield. Frazier looking to pass. He's going deep down to Davis. Davis breaking away, dives, and just can't make the catch.
It was great coverage by number 9. He was step for step, and he was trying to make a play on the ball as well.
So the Rivercrest defense will force a 3rd and 10. Tell you what, Frazier threw that one pretty good.
He's on both deep balls really, really well. One down here in the corner as well on the vertical.
Ball is at the 41. We got 52 seconds left in the first quarter. 3rd and 10. Frazier rolling to his right. He's looking to throw it back to Taylor. And the ball is kind of hangs in the air. It's intercepted, and Taylor makes the tackle.
Second time they tried to run that play. The first time they ran it, they had it covered, and the quarterback went back to the middle of the field. And that time, Rivercrest defensive speed is there again.
Yeah, if you hang one up like that with the closing speed Rivercrest has, it's lucky it wasn't a pick 6.
Warren Thurman picks it off, and you're right, Coach. He's lucky it wasn't picked off. I couldn't tell, did it just float on him, or did somebody get a hand on it?
He had a guy in his face.
He did.
One thing to keep an eye on, Hishma Taylor limped off the field after that tackle. So
we'll keep an eye on Hishma Taylor. We have our 4th member of our crew down on the field, our sideline reporter Tyler Thomason. We'll get him to check on the Colts, or on the Dragons. Now the Colts back in action. Brown pitches it out to Winda. Winda breaks one tackle, but he can't break the next. They'll lose 4 yards on the play.
Yeah, they run a little speed option. That's the first time they've been in trips tonight. Run speed option. Here again, you got a bunch of athletes out on the field, and they did a good job closing speed.
Ball will be marked at the 45-yard line. It'll be second down and about 16 to go.
They could take the quarter here if they want it, but it looks like they're going to run a play.
They break the huddle with 7 seconds to go. Brown, he's got it. Looking to pass. Now we got a stoppage and play. Timeout Rivercrest with 1 second. All right, we'll take a break with them. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Championship games brought to you by Fearless Friday and Fidelity Local 6.
When a city, a university, and a team beat as one, pathways emerge. Pathways for those with the heart of a Trojan. Every kind of student, at any stage of life. Get real-world experience and earn an affordable degree in the classroom or online. Discover a pathway to a future of opportunity at UA Little Rock, Little Rock's University.
That must have been some sale, Patty.
Jim just had to have it. We saved hundreds. You?
I had to have this.
Wow.
Love all of this.
It lights up everything.
Let it pro, let it pro, let it pro with a brand new GMC. It's GMC's first ever Denali season to upgrade. Get 15% below MSRP on the full range of 2017 Denali models. That's nearly $12,000 below MSRP on a GMC Yukon XL Denali.
2nd and 16. Rivercrest quickly at it. Brown. We got another flag before the snap, so it looks like they'll push them back 5 yards. Let's go down to Tyler Thompson, our 4th member of the crew.
Encroachment, defense, 5-yard penalty, 2nd down. Please reset the game clock to 1 second.
Tyler, do you have anything on Hishma Taylor for Junction City?
Yeah, guys, Taylor is under a tent being checked out by a trainer right now. He is laying down. Not looking too good for him right now. He has been grimacing, and he's got a trainer working on his leg right now. We'll keep checking it out to see how he goes.
Well, we do have 1 second on the game clock. Now it says 0. Now it says 1. Now we should be ready to go. So it is 2nd down and 11. The penalty was on Junction City. Ball is right around the 50-yard line. Brown looking to pass. Brown scrambles. Brown gets rid of it. It is incomplete. Good job from the Junction City defense. Dante Gibson there in the coverage. So, as you just heard, end of the first quarter, Rivercrest leads at 14-6. It's the Centennial Bank State Championship games, brought to you by Fearless Friday and Fidelity Local 6.
Yes, it's a touchdown, all right, all over the carpet. It's a stain. It's time for the Boys in Blue. The Boys in Blue can clean your carpet, upholstery, tile and grout, even your hardwoods. You know, you should call the best in the business. Call the Boys in Blue.
The Boys in Blue.
Woo Pig.
Okay, Brett, safety and car insurance.
Never scored a safety. That's defense. But go on, please.
Yeah, defensive. That's exactly how you should drive.
There is no such thing as a defensive drive. Offense makes the drive.
Oh, I mean when you're on the road.
But it doesn't matter, home or away.
Okay, clearly I'm striking out here.
That's baseball.
Get great home and auto rates and local agents at favorites.com from Farm Bureau Insurance.
Quarter down, 3 to go. Rivercrest leads at 14-6, and the Colts have the ball right around the 50-yard line. It's 3rd and 11 to go. Brown in shotgun formation. Got Winda back there with him. Actually, it's Franks, and now Brown's going to scramble, take off, and run. He's dragged down by Junction City, and they're probably going to have a holding call too.
Yeah, they're going to have a holding call. He's trying to get the double move here at the down at the boundary, and corner did a great job of holding him up, and luckily the quarterback didn't throw it, or it could have been a pick.
So it would be 4th and probably about 10, 4th and 11, or they could take the penalty.
Personal foul, face mask, defense. Wow. 15 yards from the end of the run, results in a first down.
Guys, we're 0 for 2. We're going to have to quit predicting these calls. That's twice we thought it was a holding call, and twice now it's been a face mask. So we won't have to debate whether to take the penalty or not. Rivercrest gets the first down. The ball is moved down to the 34-yard line. Rivercrest trying to add to their lead. 1 play into the second quarter in the 3A state championship game. Brown with Franks with him.
30 personnel.
Brown gives it to Franks. Franks pulled backwards, picked up about a yard. Good job by that Junction City defense. Let's see, that's Samaji Livingston that was in there, number 31. Saw Fred Daniel in there. Second and 9, they'll give him 1 yard on the play. Brown with Franks. Brown keeps it, and look at the tackle. Junction City's all over it. The Junction City defense snuffed that out. Give credit to Jalen Davis, the wide receiver. We've seen him at wide receiver, running back, and now making a play on defense.
You know, that quarterback, D. Brown, he keeps the mesh point in there so deep, it's really hard to play disciplined, play with your – sometimes you want to play with your eyes, and he did a great job staying disciplined and staying there to be a quarterback player.
Whoop. Rivercrest broke the huddle and overran the ball.
Oh, here comes it.
This
Here it comes.
This is more what we're used to out of Rivercrest. Double wing. Counter.
Brown handing it off, and Junction City did a pretty good job again. The defense doing a good job.
Penalty.
That was J.D. Winda on the carry. Winda picked up about 3 yards. I'm not predicting what this is. We'll wait till they give us the call.
After the play, personal foul, defense, late hit, 15-yard penalty, first down.
That's 2 first down by penalties in the last
30 yards.
On third down.
On
third long,
down,
both of them.
It was about to be 4th and long. Junction City was celebrating before the penalty. I thought it was going to be against Rivercrest, and they reacted pretty negatively, as you would imagine. But let's see if we got that replay. I'd like to see what actually happened there. Well, now hold a second. They're changing. Are they changing their mind? Nope, it is against Junction City. Do we have a replay of what happened at the end of that play? They're marking off 15 yards. Here's Winda being tackled, and they say it happened at the end of the play.
I got 56 from Rivercrest with the late hit. Wow.
And there's the flag. It came in.
Wow.
Huh. All right. Well, here come the Colts. That's Winda looking for room to run. He's got nothing. Actually, that's Franks. I saw the 4. 4 is Winda. 40 is Franks. Pickup of 1. Here's another look at it. Comes in late, shoves him on top. And what happened is he saw 56 falling on top and calls him for the personal foul, but he didn't see 56 got shoved on top. All right, let's see if ball don't lie here. 2nd and 9, pickup of 1. 9 minutes and 45 seconds left to go in the first half. Colts looking to add to their lead. Brown with Winda, the pitch to Winda. Brown's trying to block for him. Winda trying to get outside. There's nothing there. Junction City's defense has Terrell Gibson, the senior linebacker, leads the team in tackles coming into the game, and Gibson did a great job on that one.
Yes, he did. He, it looked like there was a lot of space in there, but he was just sitting there waiting on it, and then he scraped over in a C gap and made the play.
Loss of 3 on the play. That'll push the ball back to the 20-yard line. It will be 3rd and 12.
One thing you notice about Junction City numbers, Junction City's defense, number 55, one lineman number out there, so they got team speed to go east and west. And
Brown in the shotgun, fakes, or he hands it off. Now they're trying to throw it back to Brown. Brown makes a great catch, makes the defender miss.
Wow.
To split 2 guys and gets the ball to the 1. That was just an incredible play, not only to catch it, but then to split those guys.
You always hear it, get your playmakers the ball, and that's what Coach Chandler's doing. He got him the ball.
And what could have been a pick 6, he come up with a great play. And
here's a look at the replay.
They had it covered well. Wow.
Fantastic play from DeMylan Brown. The ball at the 1-yard line. And Junction City fails to get off the field again on 3rd and long, and now Rivercrest has the ball on the 1-yard line.
Unbalanced line, here goes fullback.
Brown keeps it, tries to dive forward. We'll wait for the call. Brown kind of jumped into the air, submarined, landed on his helmet, and he's going to be marked down short. They've got it on about the 1-inch line.
Here comes the big boys.
Bringing in heavy personnel.
Junction City bringing in some beef, 68-72. They're going to try to get a little bigger on that defensive line. Blake Wilson in, Cody Atkins in. Brown again, leaning forward. He's in this time. Got a little surge, made it look easy, but we got a flag down on the far side.
It may not have been set.
That's exactly what went through my mind.
Ball start, offense, 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
We got that one right. We're making a comeback. The ball will be moved back 5 yards, so So that's huge. You know, second and inches. Now you're second and goal from the 5.
It's a big play. Big play.
7 minutes, 50 seconds and counting in this 3A state championship game.
Still an unbalanced line.
Brown with Franks and Winder behind him. And it's Franks getting it. Big Franks powering his way almost to the goal line. Touchdown. Rivercrest scores again. Jamaica Franks, the bigger of the backs, powering his way in for the score.
You know, Wes, we'll probably see that formation again. You know, if he got in there that easy from 5 yards, I got a feeling that we're going to see it here their next possession.
Mateo Chirinos in for the extra point. There's a snap. Good snap. Kick is up. Kicks good. Chirinos makes it 21-6. Rivercrest leads Junction City. It's the Centennial Bank State Championship game brought to you by Fidelity Local 6 and Fearless Friday. Back at War Memorial Stadium, coaches, that's a demoralizing drive for Junction City. You feel like you should be getting off the field. A couple of 3rd and longs. Penalties gave them 1 first down. In fact, the second first down was another penalty that was, I think the officials may have missed the shove, but that's one of those. As a I guess you're on the sideline. You got to get the guys to regroup.
You stress to win 1st and 2nd down, and when you get them a 3rd and long, those are get-off downs. You definitely got to take advantage and get them off the field, and they definitely don't need any help.
Here's the kickoff from the Colts. It's a line drive kick. Junction City fields it at about the 11-yard line. We don't have to question whether Franks is out there or Frazier's out there. Frazier's good. Frazier returns it all the way to the 49-yard line. The ball is into Rivercrest territory.
Don't know if I'd kick it to him again.
Well, you said get the playmakers the ball. Well, Junction City's finding a way to get their playmaker the ball as an opposing coach. And that's one way you can avoid it, right?
Right. Don't kick it away from that guy.
3-4 tackles right there that he broke and finally runs over a player at the 49-yard line. So Frazier there hands it off to Taylor. A little reverse. Jalen Davis trying to get to the outside. Davis just can't get to the outside. The pursuit there from Rivercrest. Impressive defense.
Hey, they're good. They're good. They can fly to the football.
There's a look at the replay, and look at them just swarming. There's 1, 2, and they keep coming.
You see great pursuit angles and a lot of hats around the football. That's a sign of a great defense.
A loss of 4 on the play. 2nd and 14. The ball's on the 47. Frazier pitches it. A little cutback, trying to find anything. Taylor gets to about midfield, so Taylor will get about 3 yards back. That'll bring up 3rd and long. We were worried about Taylor. He kind of limped off the sideline. They looked at him underneath the tent, but now Taylor's back in the game. Ishma Taylor's going to go over, line up in the slot. Frazier's in the shotgun on 3rd and 11. Here comes Taylor in motion. Fake it to Taylor. Quick throw to Jalen Davis, and Davis is wrapped up quickly. No gain on the play. It's going to bring up 4th and 11.
They need something good to happen, Wes, for Junction City.
Colts with some sure tacklers out there on the corner. Good stop of Davis. Davis had 35 catches for 700 yards coming into the night. So it's 4th down. 4th and 11. And they're going to punt. Frazier goes back. We got movement.
Offense. defense. 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
With that penalty, that kind of reassures Rivercrest they're going to be able to get their punt return, get number 4 the ball.
So they're going to send Winda back. We've seen Winda do everything tonight. Now he's going to return punts. Frazier with the kick. That's a pretty good kick. Drives Winda back to the 20-yard line. He drops it. The ball's still on the ground. He picks it up, and he's brought down quickly. The tackle is made by Hishma Taylor, the running back.
And this is Rivercrest's worst field position of the night.
They'll take over at the 20-yard line. 5 minutes, 54 seconds to go in the first half. Junction City's defense needs to stop here. I know they have that kind of offense. They can come back, but just from momentum's sake, you would think this would be a big possession for Junction City.
And on the other hand, I bet you Coach Chandler wouldn't mind going in half at 21, 27-6. It looks like they're going to be in their double wing and be able to try to grind the timeout.
But yeah, Brown is under shotgun. He pitches it. And, the running back has a hole, gets to the 35, slung down at the 37-yard line. And that, I thought was a wind-up, but no, not this time. It's Contavious Robinson, who we were talking about, wondering if he would get some action. Robinson has been out since the Osceola game. He was one of their leading receivers, or leading rushers, I should say. Had 901 rushing yards in 9 games, 15 touchdowns. But the junior has been out. Now he's back in. Brown, this time to Winda. Winda looking for room to run. Winda gets it to about the 41-yard line, pick up a 4. So how many different formations have we seen from Rivercrest so far?
15 probably. Yeah. I would say easily 15. You know, that play right there, just being a 4-yard gain, is not a bad play because it keeps your linebackers, slows them down a little bit, that counter misdirection play, and it sets up that toss play a little bit better.
2nd down and about 7 to go. They mark him short of the 41. Brown pitches it to Robinson. Robinson turns back. Nothing there this time for Robinson. Junction City defense does a good job of swarming to him. Tackles made about the 40, so a loss of about a half a yard. Now look there, there's 4 Junction City Dragons there to make the tackle.
3rd down being get off down. This would be great for Junction City to get a stop and get the ball back, get their offensive ball back with 4 minutes.
I was thinking about that 3rd down. Yeah, here it is. Rivercrest 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions tonight. So they haven't stopped them yet on 3rd down.
Be ready for a toss pass.
Brown trying to draw him off sides. Credit to Junction City. And now you're going to have a timeout, Rivercrest. All right, we'll take the break with them. You're watching the Centennial Bake State Championship games brought to you by Fidelity Local 6 and Fearless Friday.
Hi.
Well, honey, I said sweet potatoes.
Yes, you did. I forgot the shrimp. Shrimp and apple pie.
Dad likes pecan.
Oh, well, in that case, I can.
Love to drive? Visit the Start Your Own Legacy winter sales event for leases starting at $289 a month at your local Infinity retailer.
When a city, a university, and a team beat as one, pathways emerge. Pathways for those with the heart of a Trojan. Every kind of student, at any stage of life. Get real-world experience and earn an affordable degree in the classroom or online. Discover a pathway to a future of opportunity at UA Little Rock, Little Rock's University.
Third and 8, big play for Rivercrest. Brown tosses it to Robinson. Robinson pitches it. They want to throw it, and they throw it up for grabs, out of bounds, incomplete. And I'll tell you what, I think that was Cameron Turner again. Turner was 2 for 2 for Rivercrest. And that time he was kind of swarmed. Rivercrest just couldn't get the pass off. Junction City did a good job playing defense that time.
Yes, they did. Punt team coming out on fourth and long.
So Junction City's defense finally gets that key third down stop and forces the punt. Now their offense will have 4 minutes to work with before the half. Junction City sends 2 returners back. Colts punting from their 40. Junction City rushes somebody out there at the last minute. Good high punt, but it takes a Junction City bounce. Rivercrest trying to get to it to knock it down. Finally at the 41-yard line. I bet that ball bounced 15 yards the negative way for Rivercrest.
That's what you call English. He put the wrong English on
Yes,
the ball.
he did. He was looking for something else. So Junction City gets the ball at the 41-yard line. What looked like a good high spiraling kick turns out to be a short punt because of a terrible bounce.
Well, it's just a huge possession for Junction City going into halftime.
Chance to make it a one-possession
Buck
game.
sweep.
Taylor with nowhere to go.
Those guys are stripping the ball, too. You got to be careful.
And defeating the block at the point of attack was really, really impressive out of the Rivercrest making a play.
Loss of 2 on the play. And Taylor just he had nowhere to go. 2nd and 12. Frazier keeps it. Frazier breaks with 1 tackle. Brown makes the tackle. The quarterback on offense, playing defense. They pick up about 6, so he picks up the yards they lost and 4 more. So that's 2nd and 12. Now they'll have 3rd and 6. 6 yards on the game. Boy, that Junction City is quick, isn't it? They are ready to go already.
They put it down and snap it.
3rd and 6. Quick pass out to Davis. Over his head. Davis can't make the catch. It's 4th and 6. This is interesting. 4th and 6. You got the ball at about the 45-yard line.
It's like he's signaling plays to go for it.
Easily the book would say punt it, and make Rivercrest have to drive the length of the field. But then again, this is Junction City and what they do. So they're going to go for it appears, on 4th and 6. Frazier is also the punter, so keep that in mind. He's got Taylor behind him. They need to get the ball to the Rivercrest 49. One more time, they're going to look over at the sideline. Coach is going to let the play clock run out, and they're going to call timeout. They'll call a timeout with 3 minutes and 1 second left in the first half. We'll take the break with them. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Championship games.
That must have been some sale, Patty.
Jim just had to have it. We saved hundreds. You?
I had to have this.
Wow.
Love all of this.
It lights up everything.
Let it pro, let it pro, let it pro with a brand new GMC. It's GMC's first ever Denali season to upgrade. Get 15% below MSRP on the full range of 2017 Denali models. That's nearly $12,000 below MSRP on a GMC Yukon XL Denali.
Now my daughter plays a recorder, and we have to video her and then post that to her teacher as part of her homework.
My kids have to have it. She's only in 4th grade. My other one's in high school, so of course she needs it. But
I have so many siblings, and my nephews and my mother are there, and I can't be there. We can FaceTime, and I get to see all of them, and we get to talk, and it just makes it that much better for my mom.
you have to have the internet. It's like a necessity.
Be connected with Fidelity Communications.
Championship game, Junction City going for it on 4th down. A high pass from Frazier, lofted up.
Switch.
And going to, there's the flag. I thought it had to come. He kind of grabbed him when he was in the air, but I didn't see the flag. I kept waiting for it. Jacoby Fisher was the intended receiver. Fisher's a little shaken up. The ball was underthrown, and so many times when that ball is underthrown, the defensive back kind of runs through the wide receiver as he stops and jumps to try to catch it. So Junction City rolling the dice on 4th down, and it appears they're going to have the benefit of the flag, and this time they get the first down because of penalty.
Maybe.
Before the pass, holding, defense, 10 yards from the previous spot. The yardage will result in a first down.
I still don't think Coach Jones was happy with that call. He was yelling at him, I hope you heard me. And then he was yelling at him. He thinks it should have been pass interference, but they get the 10-yard holding penalty. A first down for Junction City. That'll move the ball to the 45-yard line. We have 2 minutes and 55 seconds left in the first half. Rivercrest leading at 21-6. Quickly, Junction City to the line. Frazier rolling to his right, trying to throw it back to his left, but we got a flag again. Were they not set?
That's what I'm going to say. They run that little sugar huddle.
To the snap, ball start, offense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
Penalties are killing Junction City. That's their 8th penalty of the first half. 8 penalties, 60 yards. We talked about when they were on defense, they had 2 penalties that extended drive or extended the possession for Rivercrest that ended up with a touchdown. And now the penalties taking effect on offense. 8 penalties, 60 yards. So first down and 15. The ball is on the 50. Taylor, nowhere to go. Coach, you mentioned it. You pointed out number 40. There's Jamaica Franks again. This defensive line, Jamaica Franks, Logan Gray, Kendarius Brooks, J.D. Winda, they're doing a great job.
They're good. They have a high motor run. They're going 100 miles an hour. I love watching them guys.
Throws him down for a loss. Junction City at it again quickly. Frazier keeping it. Frazier gets the 5 yards back from the penalty, gets the 2 yards back from the loss on the first down play. So second down or third down and 10. The ball will be on about the 45-yard line.
You wonder if Rivercrest wouldn't call a timeout right there to try to steal a possession here at the end of the half.
Frazier in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his right. He sends Taylor to his right. Frazier's going to keep it. Ball's on the ground. Ball's on the ground, and Rivercrest has it. The Colts recover at the 50-yard line with 1:53 to go in the half. Another turnover in the game.
I believe that's 3 turnovers, Junction City.
I don't know if that was Franks or Logan Gray that caused that.
50, Logan Gray.
That was Gray. Gray gets his hand in, or it may have been 51 also. Brooks, they were both there for the tackle.
Phenomenal play by Gray, playing the cut block with his hands, getting off a cut block and making a play inside the hole.
But Coach, it's one of the defensive linemen. I couldn't tell who it is, but it's your point. The defenders that defensive line's playing great. You look at the yards per carry, 2.2 yards per carry for Junction City.
That's really, really impressive.
Brown hands it off, and that's J.D. Winda. Winda picks up about 8 yards. Winda to the 42-yard line.
Have a late penalty coming in.
Late flag, so another flag. And this is the 12th flag in the first half.
That was another formation. That was an empty, and there's a jet sweep by Rivercrest.
Wes, you mentioned 2.2 yards a carry, knowing what, Osceola ran the football, on Junction City a little bit. And so for Rivercrest to be shutting that down is really, really impressive.
This is a team that.
Personal foul, face mask on the defense. Illegal block in the back on the offense. Those fouls offset. Replay first down.
So Junction City gets a little bit of bailed out on the call, and at least it's offsetting. I was about to say that's their 9th penalty of the first half. Those offsets. So we'll replay first down. Ball 1st and 10 on the 49-yard line. What I was about to say, Junction City came into the game with 4,539 yards rushing. And tonight on 34 carries, 75. Great job from this defense from Rivercrest. Brown in the shotgun has a receiver in motion. Brown fakes the handoff. Brown's got it over the right side. Brown's got the first down and more to the 35, 30, to the 25. He's knocked out of bounds at about the 24-yard line.
Right out of bounds. Hey, he's a weapon.
That's really, he's a special football player. That's impressive right there off the power read.
Brown's done a little bit of it all tonight. He's running it. He's throwing it. He's caught one. Now he's playing defense. What can Brown do for you?
Yeah.
I guess everything. Ball's on the 23-yard line. 1:18 to go in the first half. Brown alone in the backfield. 3 receivers to his right. Here comes Winda.
Quarterback counter.
Brown's going to keep it. Met at the 20-yard line. Stood up at the 20-yard line. But look at him. Keeps his feet moving. Ball inside the 20 to the 19. Pick up about 3.5.
One timeout left.
They're just going to hurry up. Brown looking over at the coaching staff. They're going to do a quick huddle. Time is ticking, though. They need to hurry. Brown, he's got Franks with him. Here comes Winda. Fakes it to Winda. Franks keeps it. Franks pushing the pile, gets knocked down right around the first down marker, so they'll stop the clock. They'll take a look at it. They may move the chains. It's pretty close. Ball's at the 13-yard line. They gave them the first down, so they're moving the chains. Rivercrest is ready to snap it. Brown keeps it. Brown to the 12. 30 seconds left in the half. Look for the Colts to take a timeout here.
He's calling the play.
He's calling the play. Not yet. Now time has stopped. They probably lost 4 seconds there, maybe 5. So we got a timeout. We'll take it with them. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Championship game brought to you by Fearless Friday and Fidelity Local 6.
Being local, being part of the town is what really sets us apart.
So it's just nice that we kind of take action.
And customer service really is asking questions and finding out what the customer's need is.
Thank you for being connected with Fidelity.
This whole company, like technicians, everybody that I've worked with, they go above and beyond to give a good customer experience, more than what any customer expects. And it's nice.
Be locally connected with Fidelity Communications.
Are your devices playing tug of war with limited bandwidth, competing for an uninterrupted flow of video, music, games, Snapchats, and online shopping? Get more bandwidth, more capacity to cover all of your devices. How many people use internet in your home? How much capacity do you really need? Fidelity Communications Bandwidth Analyzer can tell you. Go to fidelitycommunications.com, click the internet tab, and get started. Stop the tug of war. Get Fidelity.
22 seconds left. The Colts with the ball on about the 12-yard line. Second down. Trying to add to their lead. Brown with Winda in motion. Brown's looking to pass. Brown right over the middle to Franks. Touchdown, Rivercrest. Jamaica Franks, 12 yards with 19 seconds to go, extends that Rivercrest lead.
That's a dagger. That hurts. But again, Junction City's been down. They were down 30-8 to Osceola this past week. So they've come back numerous times in each playoff game. But that, with 19 seconds left, that's a big one.
And not only that, out of that formation, they run a jet sweep. They run the quarterback power. Now they've thrown it downfield. So they're multiple.
Torinos with the extra point. It's up. It is good. Missed it. I can't see. I'm getting old. I can't see anymore. I've missed the calls from the referees. I can't predict. It's just not very good. 27-6, Rivercrest leads Junction City. 19 seconds to go in the first half. I guess Coach Jones, the one thing he can say in the locker room is basically, we can't play any worse.
No doubt. They can't. Turnover the football is something they haven't done. And so I think, 3 turnovers so far in the first half, so that, like you said, they can't play any worse, and they've been here. They were down to Harding Academy, come back and won. They were down to Osceola, come back. They were down to Clinton and come back. So in all 3, and they were down big to Osceola as well as Clinton. So they've got a lot of fight and a lot of no quit in them.
Well, if you were listening or watching to our pregame interview with Coach Jones, he kind of just touched on that. And I said, so what you're telling our viewers, if y'all get up big or if you get down big, not to turn the channel because you guys have overcome some things this year. And he said, exactly, it's never over with us. So we'll see if those words are true with Junction City in the second half.
One thing, though, they hadn't played Rivercrest this year, and, we're seeing a good football team with Rivercrest.
We'll see if Rivercrest kicks it off deep this time. Maybe they learned their lesson, and they did. It's a bouncy kick. Junction City, the ball is on the ground, and Rivercrest says they got it. The whole bench over there is celebrating. Rivercrest does have it. Another turnover for Junction City. You're exactly right, Coach. They had 1 interception and 2 fumbles, and now they can't get the onside kick.
And the best thing they've done, that's field position. They've been averaging, the best thing Junction City's done is kick return for field position. So even if Junction would have got it, they would have had better field position than what they would have.
You got no timeouts, 18 seconds. You got to think they're going to try to take a shot, try to put this thing away.
No timeouts. The officials are huddled up at the 42-yard line.
Clock operator, please reset the game clock to 14 seconds.
Swinging gate. You got the swinging gate. You called it, Coach Langrel,
Yep.
earlier. Said they come out against Melbourne, I believe.
What will they try to do
They'll
here?
try
with
to
the
run the
swinging?
option back here to the left, quarterback.
So keep an eye on Brown.
Timeout, Junction City.
Okay, so you've seen it. You've had a feel for what's coming. I'm sure they've seen it on tape. What is Coach Jones telling them right now? What are they talking about?
Well, number one thing I would do is, hey, they've got to go 43 yards to score. Don't get beat deep. Don't take any double moves on the pass. Tackle number 3.
No doubt. Keep them inside and in front right now.
That's right. Tackle number 3.
Ball is on the 42-yard line. I mentioned earlier, Mateo Chirinos is a good field extra point kicker. He was 51 of 52 coming into the game. He actually just missed one. So he was 3 for 4 on the night, so that makes him 54 of 56, but he's only tried 1 field goal.
Coach, I just looked and saw as good as number 3 is. He's a junior.
Yes, that's
so
right.
Good thing Rivercrest moving up 4A football next year.
These 3A coaches aren't too sorry that they're moving
no,
up.
No doubt.
All right, so different formation. Brown hands it off to Franks. Franks right up the middle. He's met at the 40-yard line, hit again at the 38-yard line, gain of 4 on the play, and that'll do it for the first half. Rivercrest leads Junction City 27-6. Coming up next, Rex Nelson will join us for the Fearless Friday halftime show. We'll be back with second half action in about 20 minutes. Stick around, everybody.
Fidelity Communications provides access to exclusive original content produced by our regional Local 6 production teams that features members of your community. And we want to remind you that your ideas count. So take action. Help us discover what makes your community unique. Let us know what you want to see on your Local 6. Visit our website, fidelitylocal6.com, and find the contact info for the production manager in your region. Help us make local television the best it can be by being a part of it.
Okay, Brett, safety and car insurance.
Never scored a safety. That's defense. But go on, please.
Yeah, defensive. That's exactly how you should drive.
There is no such thing as a defensive drive. Offense makes the drive.
Oh, I mean when you're on the road.
But it doesn't matter, home or away.
Okay, clearly I'm striking out here.
That's baseball.
Get great home and auto rates and local agents at favorites.com from Farm Bureau Insurance.
Being local, being part of the town, is what really sets us apart.
So it's just nice that we kind of take action.
The customer service really is asking questions and finding out what the customer's need is.
Thank you for being connected with Fidelity.
How many devices will you be running in your home? This whole company, like technicians, everybody that I've worked with, they go above and beyond to give a good customer experience, more than what any customer expects.
I firmly believe in doing the best that we can for our customers.
Just so you know, there's no data caps, no overage fees, so you can be on it 24/7. One day I had 5 compliments in a row for technicians, and I think it's a big deal for customers to take time out of their day just to call and let us know that they went above and beyond for them.
You know, within Fidelity, teamwork is gigantic. We couldn't be anything without teamwork. We work together.
And we are back at War Memorial Stadium where it is all Rivercrest in the Class 3A state championship game. The Rivercrest Colts leading the Junction City Dragons 27-6 at halftime right now. I'm Rex Nelson from the Arkansas Democrat Gazette, and we have our Democrat Gazette high school football guru with us, Jeremy Buck. That may be a promotion to guru. Or
I
did
don't
you
mind
already
it.
have that status?
I'll take it. I'll take it. Yes, indeed.
Surprising you that this is this one-sided at halftime?
Not necessarily if you've watched Rivercrest this year. That 3-3A conference is probably one of the more underrated conferences in the state this year with Rivercrest, Osceola, Newport. I mean, Newport was a 5 seed in that conference and went down to Glen Rose and won first round. So maybe we should have seen this coming. But honestly, right now, Junction City hasn't been dominated like this in the first half all year.
Not at all.
Rivercrest has a lot to do with it right now.
Not at all. This is a Junction City team that has rushed for over 4,000 yards this year. They have put huge numbers up on the ground, and yet Rivercrest has played good defense. At the same time, Junction City has hurt itself with turnovers.
Yeah, in a game like this, I mean, when you turn the ball over, you're not going to help yourself. But Rivercrest has something to do with that. They're aggressive, and they're getting to the football. They're that one play down there near midfield where Taylor fumbled the ball, I think, they were stripping the ball. I mean, they had like 3 or 4 guys around him. That's what they do. That's a Colts defense. And Cortez Kennedy played at Rivercrest. He'd be smiling down this performance right now.
Yeah, he would like this. Long tradition at Rivercrest. Now, Jeremy, I'm dating myself. I'm not even going to ask you how old you were, but I covered a state championship game at Rivercrest in 1982 for the Arkansas Democrat when I was a young sports writer in the rain against Stuttgart. Stuttgart won. But both of these programs are programs with great tradition. Neither one of them is intimidated in being on this stage. They've been here before.
Not at all. And by the way, I was born in 1982.
There you
go. There
That's
you
what
go.
I was afraid of.
But no, these are 2 programs that have been here before. Junction City's won 6 state championships. Rivercrest has won 2. They've both been here a couple times. They've lost a couple times. But also, I saw both of these teams at War Memorial this week. Most teams, when they come in and practice here, they look around. They're all not these teams. I mean, they're veteran coaching staffs. And Stephen Jones of Junction City, obviously first year as a head coach, he's been here before. So there was no awe factor at all with these programs. They know what to expect.
Talking about going back in time, even further back, I grew up with David Carpenter in Arkadelphia. David, of course, retiring at Junction City. One of the great high school coaches, frankly, in Arkansas history. They named the stadium after him, but to show you how strong that program is, they don't miss a beat. They're down now, but under a first-year head coach, they come in and they win their first 13 games so far.
Absolutely, and Jones has done a really good job there at Junction City this year, and good offense, good offensive mind. He's been the OC at Searcy the last couple of years. I think the kids were excited to have that offense come in. Obviously, they all love David Carpenter, and David Carpenter was a great coach down there at Junction City, but also at the same time, they've really appreciated having Stephen Jones there. Stephen's done a great job down there, and sometimes change is good, and then obviously when David decided to retire, he knew it was time.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you know it's time to step away, it's time to go. But he's still at the school. I know he's still working as the athletic director there, still administration, so he's definitely still around. So if Stephen wants to bounce some ideas off, he can definitely do that.
Absolutely. Meanwhile, Rivercrest getting a new stadium. They will continue to be strong, but they closed out their old stadium last week there.
The Cotton Patch.
Don't you love that?
I love that name, right? I mean, yeah, the new stadium's going to be nice, and it's supposed to be like around 1,500 seats.
Right.
And it's going to be nice. They have nice aluminum bleachers and whatnot, but the Cotton Patch, I mean, come on. You can call it the new Cotton Patch if you want, but it's not going to be like the old Cotton Patch. So, it's good times out there in Wilson right now.
Yeah, Wilson, of course, for those not familiar with it, in Mississippi County. And there was a time that Mississippi County was the leading cotton-growing county in America when the old Wilson plantation was going strong in that area. So the Cotton Patch, the perfect name for that, but 2 strong programs, 2 tradition-rich programs. Now, looking a little bit ahead, tomorrow we've got Warren against Arkadelphia for the 4A state championship. Again, I don't think we're particularly surprised that those 2 teams are in the championships. They've both been on our radar since the first of the season.
Absolutely. The Warren Lumberjacks back here once again. Bo Hembry is won 4 state championships. State championships. You're used to seeing Warren at this point of the season. This is their 4th state championship in the last 4th state championship game in the last 5 years, and trying to go back-to-back for the first time since 2001, 2002. Traylon Burks, number 13 from Warren, plays wide receiver, lines up a quarterback, running back, also plays defense at linebacker. He's on special teams. He'll punt the ball. He'll kick the ball. He'll do anything. Heck, he might even sell programs to you tomorrow.
Absolutely. So we will have that one at noon. Now, Arkadelphia is in its first state championship game in 30 years, but they've had some good teams in recent years. J.R. Eldridge, since coming on board in 2011, has built that program back again, and now they're back talking about the old John Outlaw days back 30 years ago.
Absolutely. They've been knocking on the door the last couple of years. Like 2 years ago, they went to the semifinals.
Semis.
And last year, they were 5-6, kind of a struggling year.
But
lot of
had
young
a
players.
ninth-grade quarterback playing the whole year.
Ninth-grade quarterback and a sophomore running back. This year, those kids are a year older. Cannon Turner, a quarterback. Zion Hatley, over 1,600 yards for the Badgers right now. And their defense has 4 shutouts this year. Their defense is one of the top 5 in the state. And it's going to be a tough deal to try to bring down Traylon Burks. But Arkadelphia has been that type of team all year where they've played Nashville. They've played Robinson. They've played the 7-4A schedule. That's one of the toughest conferences in the state, no matter what classification. So this is going to be a really good one tomorrow afternoon, high noon, Warren and Arkadelphia.
Put you on the spot. Who you picking in that one?
I don't like to bet against Bo Hembry in December. I try very hard not to do that.
It's hard to do.
You believe in Santa Claus and Bo Hembry in December, but Arkadelphia, I love their defense. I love the way they fly to the football. So I'm going to say Warren right now because of the championship pedigree. Wouldn't shock me at all to see Arkadelphia win. How about that?
I got you. All right, Jeremy, thank you very much. We appreciate it.
I appreciate it, Rex.
All right, we are at halftime of the 3A state championship game at War Memorial Stadium. It's Rivercrest leading Junction City by a score of 27-6. We're back with more in a minute.
Where does the big man go for Santa-sized deal? CraneTeam.com, of course. During the Crane Team Holiday Sales Event, you'll find thousands of clearance-priced vehicles at CraneTeam.com. Shop the largest selection of new and pre-owned vehicles in Arkansas. Value your trade, get financing, and your sales tax paid, all from the comfort of your home. The Crane Team's got them, with over 16 locations offering the biggest discounts of the year. It's the Holiday Sales Event going on now at CraneTeam.com.
Amazing is finding your passion and paying it forward. Maddie's days are spent preparing children for the future. Whether she's teaching in the classroom or coaching on the range, her lessons help others take flight. But when complications caused her twins to be born nearly 4 months premature, the care they found at Baptist Health taught her the power of hope. Keep on guiding. Keep on loving.
And keep on amazing.
For the care that keeps you amazing, visit Baptist-Health.com.
Southern Arkansas University feels like home.
SAU feels like home because I've made lifelong friendships with people who care about me.
SAU feels like home because I'm part of so many traditions that create meaning for my college experience.
SAU feels like home because it's the perfect size to find people you share common interests with.
Come visit SAU and see why so many students are saying that Southern Arkansas University feels like home.
They say you get what you pay for, but that's not always true.
My last pair of glasses from the mall cost me $500, but I really love my ones from Success Vision, and they only cost me $200.
Glasses aren't made from some rare earth resource, so they shouldn't cost more than my phone.
Yeah, if you want expensive, well-made frames, go to Success Vision, get them 40% off.
I got to see the eye doctor that's right next door. No wait.
The staff are friendly and know their stuff.
$239 in an hour for less. Come see us today, Success Vision Express.
It is halftime at War Memorial Stadium in Little Rock. I'm Rex Nelson from the Arkansas Democrat Gazette. Rivercrest is leading Junction City at the half by a score of 27-6. Looking at our first half stats, first downs, Rivercrest has 10 to Junction City 7. On the ground, it is again Rivercrest leading 22 carries for 86 yards. Junction City has had 24 running plays for 59 yards. Rivercrest really dominating through the air. 4 of 6, no interceptions through the air for 88 yards. Junction City, 5 of 10 with 1 interception, but just 16 yards passing in the game. So Rivercrest more than doubling up the Dragons at halftime. They have 28 total plays for 174 yards. Junction City with 34 total plays for 75 yards in this first half. Probably the key stat is turnovers. Rivercrest has had 1 fumble and lost it. Junction City has had 3 fumbles and has lost 2 of those in the first half. So Junction City with 3 turnovers in the first half. Rivercrest with just 1 turnover in the first half. So Rivercrest +2 in the turnover category with that 27-6 lead. Rivercrest has only punted the ball 1 time for a 19-yard per punt average. Junction City, 2 punts, a 32.5 yard per punt average. 3 penalties for 29 yards on Rivercrest, 8 penalties for 60 yards on Junction City. Time of possession, Rivercrest 11 minutes and 39 seconds. Junction City 12 minutes and 21 seconds time of possession. Third down conversions, 2 of 3 for Rivercrest, 2 of 9 is all for Junction City as Rivercrest defense continues to do a great job. Fourth down conversions, Junction City 1 of 2 on fourth down. Rivercrest 3 for 3 in the red zone. Junction City 1 for 1 in the red zone. Rivercrest got on the board first, a 49-yard pass from Turner to Wenda. The extra point was good. That was a 2-play, 43-yard drive, taking just 40 seconds off the clock to make it 7-0. Junction City answered, going 49 yards in 11 plays, taking 3:11 off the clock. The 2-point conversion failed, though, and it was 7-6 in favor of Rivercrest with 4:59 remaining in the first quarter. And then it was all Rivercrest after that. They scored the next 20 points in the first half. An 8-yard pass from Brown to Wenda with 2:18 left in the first quarter ended a 4-play, 44-yard drive. And then in the second quarter, Franks with a 5-yard run ended an 11-play, 49-yard drive that took 5:12 off the clock and made it 21-6. And then finally, Franks with a 12-yard pass from Brown with just 19 seconds left in the first half. The kick failed. That was a 5-play, 49-yard drive right before halftime, taking 1:34 off the clock. So at halftime, it is a 27-6 lead for Rivercrest over Junction City. Looking at individual statistics for Rivercrest, Brown has 9 carries for 54 yards. Franks has 6 carries for 23 yards. Robinson has 2 carries for 17 yards. Brown is 2 of 3 passing for 20 yards and 2 touchdowns. Turner is 2 of 3 passing for 68 yards and 1 touchdown for Rivercrest. Receiving for Rivercrest, Wenda, 2 receptions for 57 yards and 2 touchdowns. Brown, 1 reception for 19 yards. Franks, 1 reception for 12 yards and 1 touchdown. For Junction City, Taylor with 11 carries for 45 yards. Davis with 4 carries for 17 yards. Frazier with 8 carries for 14 yards for Junction City. Passing, Frazier again, 5 of 10, 1 interception, but only 16 yards on those 5 completions. They've all been short passes. Junction City has just been unable to go vertical in this first half and get the ball down the field. Receiving, Jalen Davis, 3 catches, but again, only for a total of 6 yards. And Jacoby Fisher, 2 receptions for Junction City, but only for a total of 10 yards. Looking at defensive stats, Turner for Rivercrest, 9 total tackles, 7 unassisted and 1 assisted. He leads Rivercrest in tackles. Terrell Gibson has 4 unassisted and 1 assisted for 5 total tackles to lead Junction City. At halftime, our score is Rivercrest 27, Junction City 6. Second half play-by-play is coming up in the 3A Class 3A state championship game from War Memorial Stadium. Wes Moore will be back after this.
Okay, Brett, safety and car insurance.
Never scored a safety. That's defense. But go on, please.
Yeah, defensive. That's exactly how you should drive.
There is no such thing as a defensive drive. Offense makes the drive.
Oh, I mean when you're on the road.
But it doesn't matter, home or away.
Okay, clearly I'm striking out here.
That's baseball.
Get great home and auto rates and local agents at favorites.com from Farm Bureau Insurance.
Being local, being part of the town is what really sets us apart.
So it's just nice that we kind of take action.
And customer service really is asking questions and finding out what the customer's need is.
Thank you for being connected with Fidelity.
How many devices will you be running in your home?
This whole company, like technicians, everybody that I've worked with, they go above and beyond to give a good customer experience, more than what any customer expects.
I firmly believe in doing the best that we can for our customers.
Just so you know, there's no data caps, no overage fees, so you can be on it 24/7.
One day I had 5 compliments in a row for technicians, and I think it's a big deal for customers to take time out of their day just to call and let us know that they went above and beyond for them.
You know, within Fidelity, teamwork is gigantic. We couldn't be anything without teamwork. We work together.
Being local, being part of the town is what really sets us apart.
So it's just nice that we kind of take action.
And customer service really is asking questions and finding out what the customer's need is.
Thank you for being connected with Fidelity.
This whole company, like technicians, everybody that I've worked with, they go above and beyond to give a good customer experience, more than what any customer expects. And it's nice.
Be locally connected with Fidelity Communications.
Back at War Memorial Stadium, getting set for second half kickoff. Excuse me, I'm Wes Moore. Todd Lingrell, the head coach at Mayflower, with us. Coach, real quick, your thoughts on the first half. Biggest surprise for you?
Well, we said it just a minute ago, a little bit more throwing than we thought. You know, they're airing it out a little bit more than we thought. Something that doesn't surprise me is the way the Rivercrest defense is playing. And I knew that there'd be multiple big plays by D. Brown, number 3 by Rivercrest, and, you know, that's the difference in the ball game.
DeMylan Brown for Rivercrest, 9 carries for 54 yards. He's also, obviously, as a quarterback, thrown it, completed 2 or 3 passes for 20 yards and 2 touchdowns. But he also caught a pass for 19 yards and took it down to about the 1-yard line. They scored on that drive a little bit later. So DeMylan Brown's done a little bit of everything for Rivercrest. You also, for Rivercrest, got Jamaica Franks with 23 yards rushing and a touchdown. For Junction City, Ishma Taylor, their star running back, 45 yards on 11 carries. He's got that 1 touchdown. But you look at Junction City's total yards, the plays. Junction City is 2.2 yards per carry, 2.2 yards per play, I should say. That's impressive. Maybe more than Brown, more than anything. J.D. Winda, Franks. Their defense has been the impressive thing to me.
No doubt. You know, Coach Lingrell said early in the game, with Logan Gray, number 50, you know, Franks, number 40, that's been the most impressive thing is the domination really up front by Rivercrest on the defensive line. They're as good as advertised.
Wes, I want to tell you too. This is a complete team by Rivercrest. You said those stats by the quarterback D. Brown, but it's a complete team effort, and this Rivercrest has a team that we're seeing tonight.
Jamaica Franks, Logan Gray, Kendarius Brooks, J.D. Winda. That's a defensive line. Some of the linebackers. Easton Elder, 68 tackles for him on the season, a sophomore. What makes you've watched a half now. You watched them play against your Mayflower team. What is it about their defense that makes their defense so good?
You know, they must be doing something right in practice, and I think it's an expectation that you probably the Coach Chandler probably has with his defensive coordinator. It's an expectation, hey, we're going to get to fly the football. You know, your worth is how far you are from the football, and that's what they're doing. I mean, they're very aggressive a sound defense.
Junction City trails by 3 touchdowns. What are you saying if you're Coach Jones?
Guys, we've been here before, with 3 weeks in a row. This same song, second verse. Come out, crucial possession. We need to stop right off the bat and let's start executing. As bad as we played, guys, it can't get any worse. So uphill's a battle, guys. We've been here before. I don't think you see any panic out of Coach Jones and the staff or Junction City.
Well, you look at Junction City with 8 penalties for 60 yards, 3 turnovers. They failed to recover that onside kick there at the end of the half. That didn't cost them anything. But you look at those numbers. You're right, exactly right, Coach Kendrick. I don't know if they could play any worse.
For to be down 27-6, but they were down 30-7, as we said before, to Osceola, and come back and went up 38-30. Osceola did, and then scored 14 unanswered. Junction did. So they've been here, done that. Same song, second verse for these guys. They've got to start executing a lot better than what they've done.
Well, if anybody knows about momentum in high school football, it's you two guys. And it is a crazy ride.
It's a roller coaster.
Here we go, second half onside kick. It's a high kick, and Rivercrest has no problems fielding it. They get it at the 48-yard line. Once again, Rivercrest with great field position to start a drive.
One thing I like about that, Wes, is number 14. Some kids would just put their hand up, fair caught it, or went on a knee, and he's trying to win the game. He's going to try to take it to the house, and that's what he just did.
Easton Elder on that. That's their leading tackler coming into the game. So a very aggressive player, fields the high kick, and they're off at the 48-yard line. Big drive for Junction City.
An unbalanced set.
Tough field position.
We saw this earlier, and Coach Langro said don't be surprised to come back to it.
J.D. Windo with it. And the offensive line with the big push.
Great push. There's some big dudes on that offensive line.
Windo's going to pick up about 6 yards on the play. Gets across midfield. And look at the defensive line push. He just got in behind the big boys and moved the ball all the way to the 47-yard line of Junction City. So a gain of 5 on the play. So it's 2nd and 5 after J.D. Windo's carry.
Unbalanced.
Fullback.
Franks this time, quick hitter. Maybe 2 on the play. He'll get it to just outside the 45-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd down for Junction City. For Rivercrest. Junction City trying to get the big stop. Don't need to get the ball to about the 42-yard line, so make it 3rd down and 3 for Rivercrest. Brown under center. Frank's right behind him. Wind it deep. That's going to give it to Franks. Franks met right there in the hole. Junction City does a good job, and that's Tykeon Holiday with the stop. They're going to be short. It'll bring up 4th down and 1.5, 4th and 2. Decision time for Rivercrest.
I think they go for it. I don't think it's a question. I think they go for it. I thought the quarterback could have probably pulled that ball that time and got around the edge.
They are going for it, it appears. Brown is under center. Same formation. Frank's at fullback. Winda deep. It's Winda kind of juggling it. He is stopped. Junction City stops them. Big stop from Jalen Davis. Davis, the wide receiver. We've seen him making plays on offense. But Davis makes the play on defense. Big play from the Dragons to force this stop, and they come out of there with the ball too. They want it all.
Yeah.
They want the turnover too.
Looks
they
like they're
turn it over on downs.
Looks like they're marking the football as a fumble. I thought it was forward progress that stopped. And
help their nose man, number 55, got there and wound up getting on the ball.
All right, here come the Dragons. They got a little
momentum.
You listen, you can hear their crowd on their feet. It's a cold night out there. Some of them getting up, wanting to yell and get that blood flowing. Ball on the 48. Quarterback keeper now. Quick toss out to Davis, who made the stop on defense. Davis down the sideline. Davis to the 30, the 25, and Brown pushes him out. I thought Davis was gone, but we saw the speed of Brown.
Little RPO there, zone read, and he pitched it out there late, and the guys got down the sideline.
looks like same play coming right now. That's the way Coach Jones couldn't ask for a better start. Defensive stop and a big play.
Taylor with it this time. Taylor across the 20 to the 18-yard line, getting a little bit of a push. The Dragons, all of a sudden, you can see a little pep in their step after that fourth down. Couldn't stop, and now they're going to have a short play for second down after picking up 6. Great example of how the offense feeds off the defense.
Wow.
2nd and 4. Frazier's going to keep it, goes right up the middle. Frazier's close to a first down. He has that first down, battling down to the 15-yard line. They're going to mark him down at the 14-yard line, or actually the 8-yard line, I should say. 9. So it's 1st and goal. Ball on the 9-yard line. Here they go, Junction City, hurrying it up. Frazier keeps it. Frazier up the middle. Touchdown, Junction City. We got a ball game. The Dragons respond. They get a big stop. Offense gets the ball. They drive down and score the touchdown. Now they'll go for 2. Try to make it a 27-14 game. There's a replay of Frazier right up the middle, splitting the defenders. Walks into the end zone. 9 yards for Frazier. We'll go for 2. Frazier hands it off. Taylor trying to get in, and he is in. They gave it to him. Taylor found a way to get in. That makes the score 27-14. Rivercrest with the lead. It's the Centennial Bank State Championship game brought to you by Fearless Friday at Fidelity Local 6.
An amazing life inspires others. While Jason was looking to improve his, he did something greater. By including his wife, co-workers, and gym mates on his journey, he's lifting up the people that give him so much. And thanks to the physician-designed weight loss program at Baptist Health, it's the nearly 200 pounds he's lost that's helping him lead the way. Keep on lifting, keep on striding,
and keep on amazing.
Learn more about your Be Healthy weight loss options at Baptist-Health.com.
That must have been some sale, Patty.
Jim just had to have it. We saved hundreds.
You? I had to have this.
Wow.
Love all of this.
It lights up everything.
Let it pro, let it pro, let it pro with a brand new GMC. It's GMC's first ever Denali season to upgrade. Get 15% below MSRP on the full range of 2017 Denali models. That's nearly $12,000 below MSRP on a GMC Yukon XL Denali.
All right. Junction City trying to make it a little bit more interesting. We told you they have a history of doing this in the playoffs.
Here comes onside kick.
27-14. Got a little life in the Dragons. Not breathing fire just quite yet, but they're starting to warm up. We think we're about to see an onside kick. And we see the pooch kick, high pooch kick. They're kicking it away from Rivercrest. Has got a chance to fall on the ball. Rivercrest picks it up, though, and now they're going to try to return it. That's Robinson. Robinson with a little bit of room to run. Robinson across the 40 to the 43-yard line. Kentavious Robinson, running back who was injured in the 9th week and hasn't played since, but he's back tonight. We've seen a couple of good runs from Robinson.
Here again, that's another case where the guy, he could have very easily went down, and he's trying to make a play, and he did. He gained, 15, 20 yards on that return. Well, let's see what Rivercrest, I'm looking forward to see what they're going to come out and do in offensively.
And Junction City, their defense, they got a key stop. Maybe they got a little more confidence and step up and make a play or two and get their offense back on the field.
Like the unbalanced set.
Brown with the handoff. It's to Robinson up the middle. Robinson fighting for extra yards. Robinson picks up the first down, does a little clapping as he gets up. Robinson's excited to be back playing football. He gets the first down.
We did learn a half. It's a broken arm against Osceola that had kept him out till this week. So
that's old school football. That's just your last play. Just who's going to meet who in the hole.
Ball in the 43. It's Robinson again. Robinson up the middle. Robinson one shoestring tackle away from scoring. He's brought down at the 31-yard line. Another first down for Robinson. Pickup of 12 on that play. 2 carries, 2 first downs for Kentavious Robinson in this drive.
in an unbalanced set. Looks like Junction City brought in the heavy defense personnel.
Brown to Franks. Brown keeps it. Now the pitch to Robinson. Robinson to the outside. He's dragged down at the 26-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5.
That's a nice little read option. You know, you're reading the D tackle over there, and he pulled it. Like I said, D Brown, he rides and decides. You know, he gets in there deep and then pulls it late, and that makes it hard for a defender.
Robinson deep. Franks right in front of him. It's Robinson right up the middle following Franks. Robinson to the 15-yard line. Another first down for Rivercrest. The Colts responding after that Junction City touchdown.
Rivercrest has 1 down.
They got a player down at the 20-yard line. Officials have called timeout.
Number 40.
That's Jamaica Franks.
No, it's not. I'm sorry.
No.
30, 54. 54.
It is number 54 down for the Rivercrest Colts. It's going to be Daniel Guerrero, plays guard and defensive tackle for the Colts. He's limping off now. The Colts will have first down. The ball is on the 15-yard line. Good-looking drive for Rivercrest. They have responded after Junction City made it a 2-possession game. What have you seen out of this drive?
Good old smash mouth football. You know, here we come. What you going to do to stop us? And you know, there's going to be some bruises out there tonight. They're unbalanced line again. Got 5 guys on the opposite side of the center. Big fullback. He's powerful.
Frank spinning his way down to the 12-yard line. Pick up a 3 on the play.
You know, this is what we said. This is what we thought Rivercrest was going to do. They come out in a little more spread, some empty packages, and run some more power read than what we expected. And this is the old school smash mouth football that we expected from Rivercrest.
Brown with Franks. Robinson gets it. Robinson up the middle. Robinson spinning his way inside the 5. Robinson to the 4.
Blast and just wall. Let that big offensive line go.
Yep.
Look at him work.
Robinson's giving him a little bit of a spark on this drive.
He is giving him a spark, and he's patient. You know, he's not getting in front of his offensive lineman. That's one good thing about him. He's just kind of sliding to the left or right and making play.
First and goal from the 4. Robinson met in the backfield. Junction City with 3 defenders there to meet him. Dante Gibson, number 10, one of the first men there on the tackle. They'll move it back a half a yard. It'll be second down and goal from the 5. Churning that clock, though.
They're churning that clock, and don't be surprised if there's a play action pass here to the tight end.
And coach called it. Brown rolling out, tight end.
There he is.
Fullback wide open. Franks for the touchdown. Coach Langrell calling it up before it happens, like Tony Romo in the booth.
Well, it's a lot easier up here than it is down there, I promise you. You know, but when you can run the football, it's easy calling plays, and it's easy. You can see those safeties cheating down, and nobody taking care of the fullback out in the flats, and that's just the old waggle pass, and he's able to complete it for a touchdown.
So another touchdown pass for Rivercrest. I don't think I would have predicted that before the game, that they would. I believe that's their 3rd passing touchdown. Field goal, or the extra point, is good. Mateo Chirinos makes it 34-14. We'll take a break. You're watching Centennial Bank State Championship games.
Where does the big man go for Santa-sized deal? CraneTeam.com, of course. During the Crane Team Holiday Sales Event, you'll find thousands of clearance-priced vehicles at CraneTeam.com. Shop the largest selection of new and pre-owned vehicles in Arkansas. Value your trade, get financing, and your sales tax paid, all from the comfort of your home. The Crane Team's got them, with over 16 locations offering the biggest discounts of the year. It's the Holiday Sales Event going on now at CraneTeam.com.
Just when we thought Junction City had gotten the momentum, Rivercrest takes it back. Good drive right down the field, running it. Then they do a little play action pass, hit the fullback, and that's 4. I need to correct myself. 4 Rivercrest passing touchdowns. I would not have predicted that, Coach.
The one thing about it, though, D. Brown, he hit that guy that was so wide open. It's so oftentimes somebody that's wide open, you may not get a great throw, but he did that.
Junction City trying to put together a big return. He's got a blocker. He's got the sideline. Oh, and he stepped out. Stepped out at the 45-yard line. The Dragons thought they had something cooking there with Jacoby Fisher. Fisher had the blocker, was picking his way, and had some room to run, but stepped out. And then the Dragons will take over, though, with good field position.
But it's a great answer by Rivercrest after, the momentum swung to Junction City. So great answer. And
mark him out at the the Junction City 45-yard line. 6 minutes, 4 seconds to go in this third quarter. Junction City needing to answer. Frazier in the shotgun. Frazier to Taylor. The ball's on the ground.
Ball's still on the ground.
Scramble for the ball. We'll let them undig the pile and see who's got it. Not a lot of celebration from Rivercrest.
Second down.
Second down. Junction City recovers it. See who comes up with it. One of the big offensive linemen. He needs to get his name called out for being Johnny on the spot. Noriega Frazier with the recovery.
Number 4, J.D. got up a little bit slow. It looks like he's going out for Rivercrest.
Check on J.D. Winda walking over to the sideline, limping a little bit. Running back, defensive end. Frazier is going to keep it. Wants to go up the middle, and nothing there. It's the defensive line once again. There's the big fullback who just scored the touchdown. He's there, Jamaica Franks.
Man, their defensive front slanted weak that time, and golly, they got penetration.
Jamaica Franks, Logan Gray, Kendarius Brooks, J.D. Winda, and crew on that defensive line doing a great job tonight. Frazier checking in on the sideline. Frazier's ready to go. Looks to make a quick pass. It's over the head of his receiver, Jalen Davis. It brings up fourth down. Fourth down and long. 4th and 11. Frazier looking over at the coach, wanting to get a signal. He's getting it. 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. They trail by 20 points. Looks like Junction City is going for it. Frazier is looking to pass. Frazier going deep, going to Davis. Jalen Davis is knocked down as he.
A lot of contact there, Wes.
Not a
That's
flag.
football,
I keep
though.
looking for it. And Junction City sidelines pretty upset right now. Fans are very upset, and the Dragons will turn it over.
That was a post wheel that they threw early for a pass interference, and that time they went to the post.
I think you'll see on the replay that maybe it was just the feet got tangled up. The safety came over aggressively, but their feet just kind of got tangled up, and Davis goes to the ground.
Great field position for Rivercrest as they grind it.
Let's go down the sideline and check in with Tyler Thomason.
Yeah, guys, on that last play, definitely some contact early. I was standing here at the corner of the end zone, and you could hear the immediate reaction from the crowd. Kind of questionable, kind of surprised there wasn't a flag there.
Brown hands it off to Robinson. Robinson picks his way up the middle. He's got another first down. Robinson, you nailed it, Coach. Very patient.
Yeah, he's not getting in front of his lineman, which is sometimes hard to do when you're that good of an athlete. But he's letting his linemen keep their feet driving and picking his hole.
The Dragons have an injured player down on the field. That's Cavante Haynes, a wide receiver, cornerback. Looking at his foot, he's going to hop off the field. 1st and 10 for Rivercrest. Ball's on the 34. Is this a must stop for Junction City? I mean, can they fall down 40, 41 to 14 and still win this game?
I believe it is a must stop, especially the way Rivercrest has been able to run the football this second half and just grind it away.
Franks in at fullback.
Unbalanced
Robinson
line.
deep. Brown under center. Brown to Franks. Franks up the middle. Franks, another first down. Still going inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
You know, as a defensive coach, that's just demoralizing when they can just rip off 2, 3, 8, 15, and that's what Rivercrest is doing now.
And it's really nothing fancy.
No,
They're going
nothing
right
at
up
all.
the middle.
No.
That's the old school ISO.
That's the old
Yeah,
school
that was
ISO.
old school fullback dive right there.
This time Brown keeps it. He fakes the pitch and tries to hit the corner. Junction City's Dante Gibson is able to drag him down.
One thing, D. Brown gets a lot of credit, but credit that offensive line this second half of really coming out and dominating the line of scrimmage for Rivercrest. We've been talking all about the defensive line, but give props and credit to that Rivercrest offensive line of just controlling the line of scrimmage.
Brown picked up 5 on first down. That's Robinson. This time the Junction City defense is there, holds him to about a half-yard gain. That'll bring up 3rd down and about 4.5. Looks like the first down marker is around the 8-yard line, maybe just inside the 8. So a big 3rd down stop here from Junction City is needed if they're going to try to stay in this ball game.
Definitely 2-down territory. I expect number 1 to get the ball.
Brown fakes it to no. He hands it off to the big fullback, and fullback gets it. Franks has the first down. The ball is going to be marked at about the 7.
One thing you notice, that clock continues to run. That clock's Rivercrest friend this second half.
We've talked about Rivercrest throwing it a little bit more than expected. And, talking with Coach earlier in this week, he told me, if they come up and they crowd the line, I'm not afraid to throw it. I'll throw it if I have to. But right now, he's content just letting the clock run. Brown to Robinson. Robinson steps aside from one tackler. He's inside the 5 to the 2. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line.
That's a little bit different play. He had a counter tray, guard kicking out, fullback leading through, and he was again patient. Sorry, Coach.
Impressive jump cut. I was going to say out of Robinson. Impressive back.
And fresh legs. You think about it. He's been out for last 4 or 5 weeks with the broken arm. He's ready to go. That's Robinson. Trying to find something up the middle. Nothing there this time. Picks up maybe half a yard. Ball will be marked down outside the 1.
Well, as you said, Wes, he doesn't have the bumps and bruises and bangs of a week 15. I don't think people understand what 15 weeks does to a kid. And so playing 15 weeks and a guy that comes in fresh is huge.
Looks like his jersey hadn't been washed. I mean, it's been washed. It's clean.
You look at how they used him, too. They're using him more in the second half, or maybe everybody else is tired. Brown trying to get across the goal line. He stuck the ball out, but they're going to mark him short.
Nope, the touchdown on this end they're calling.
I think it was a touchdown.
Sure is. The near side official just raised his hands a little late, and now you can celebrate Rivercrest. That's 40 points for the Colts. Let's look at the replay.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, he reached across there, and 54 was there to help the official make the call, and that is 40 points for the Colts with Chirinos on for the extra point. There's your kick. It's good. 41-14, Rivercrest leads it in the 3rd quarter. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Championship games, brought to you by Fidelity Local 6 and Fearless Friday.
Amazing is life full circle. Nancy's is dedicated to helping those around her. Whether she's busy running her daycare or raising her adopted sons, caring for others takes care of her. So it was only fitting that when a crippling stroke happened to Nancy, it was the care at Baptist Health that helped her to many more of these. Keep on teaching, keep on giving,
and keep on amazing.
For the care that keeps you amazing, visit Baptist-Health.com.
Back at War Memorial Stadium, and the Rivercrest Colts have back-to-back answers. Just when we thought Junction City had a little life, getting a key 4th down stop to start the second half, then driving down for the touchdown. Rivercrest shows the heart of a champion. 2 touchdown drives to make it 41-14 with 1 minute 53 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
As coaches, we wish we could bottle up that momentum and just pour it out whenever we needed it. And
Junction City will field the kickoff at the 23-yard line. Dragons break a tackle, still on the move. He's bottled up at the 40-yard line. Another nice return from Jacoby Fisher. We saw Fisher almost break the last one. He had that in his mind this time. Fisher a little slow to get up. He's walking off on his own power. So Junction City will take over at the 40-yard line. The Dragons need a big play right here. You talked about that momentum. They need one of those kind of big plays to give them a little life, a little hope, and then maybe their defense can feed off of it and get a stop. But first things first, Dragons got to get something going offensively. And that may be tough to do against that Rivercrest defense. Frazier in the shotgun. Frazier's looking to pass. He's being chased. Frazier trying to haul it deep down the field. He had a receiver there, but he was running for his life and couldn't throw it very accurately. Jacoby Fisher was wide open, but you could see where Frazier was being chased by 4 Colts. You see who was leading the charge?
Logan Gray, number 50.
Did he show up on your film?
Yes.
That's why you knew his name?
Yes, I did.
2nd and 10 for Junction City. Frazier with Taylor. Fakes it to Taylor. Quick pass out, and Davis is hit as soon as he catches it.
Looks like they was playing a little bit too reading that defense. Corner come up. And boy, if he could have waited just a little bit longer, he might have had a big shot there down the sideline.
Nice tackle there from Rivercrest. That's Zori Chipman on the tackle. 3rd down and 8. Rolling to his left, firing it down the field, hit as he's thrown, and the ball goes out of bounds. Frazier feels that one. Frazier slow getting up, holding his left arm. Frazier still squatting down. I think he's more upset than he's hurt right now. So it's 4th down, 4th and 8. They're at the point they got to go for it, don't they?
No doubt. And again, number 50, Logan Gray. Coach spoke on him numerous times, and there he is again with the, pressuring the quarterback.
Weren't ready for the snap, and Frazier won't go down. Frazier's still up, and he tries to get rid of it, throws the ball into the ground, and it's going to turn it over. That time, Frazier and Taylor were kind of slow getting back into the backfield, and the center snapped it, and they weren't quite even there yet. They weren't set. But the Colts will take over. Look at the replay. Well, he hit him in the hands. He just didn't catch it. Wasn't quite ready. Frazier trying to keep it alive. And, even if he completes it, that ball wouldn't have been enough for a first down. So Rivercrest with 50 seconds left. They're up now 27 points. They score, get the 2-point conversion. We have the mercy rule.
Yes.
Brown goes under center. We've seen a lot of this formation. That's to the fullback, Franks. Franks following his big offensive line, picks up 3 yards. They're going to mark him down at about the 39. Whistles are blowing. They're trying to stop the play. It may be the last play of the quarter. We'll see how soon they set the ball and now start the play clock. Play clock hasn't started. We're under 25 seconds. One of the Dragons is limping off. He's going to walk off. They've stopped it to allow the player to get off the field. He's off the field now, so they'll start the play clock and the game clock. They will have to snap it one more time before the fourth quarter arrives. Brown keeps it. Brown rolling out, looking to pass it. And he's got a receiver open at the 30-yard line. Good enough for a first down.
Once again.
A little play action pass. This time, DeKess Slayton gets it, makes his first catch of the game.
And you see the same play they just scored on down here. The waggle to the weak side.
Here again, quarterback put it on the money.
Slayton down to the 22-yard line. Robinson gets it. Robinson fighting his way inside the 15-yard line. That's the end of the third quarter. As they untangled the pile, we'll shift ends, go to the other end of the field. Fourth quarter action coming up. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Championship games brought to you by Fearless Friday and Fidelity Local 6.
Hi, I'm Missy Gibson. At John Gibson Auto Sales, we offer our customers the opportunity to buy almost any vehicle. We have over 900 cars, trucks, SUVs, motorcycles, ATVs, campers, performance trailers, and boats. We will finance your purchase in-house regardless of your credit history. You can actually make your purchase from home or on the go. Simply go online to johngibsonautosales.com and take a virtual tour of our inventory. We call it shopping made easy. See you soon at John Gibson Auto Sales, in person or online.
Being local, being part of the town is what really sets us apart.
So it's just nice that we kind of take action.
The customer service really is asking questions and finding out what the customer's need is.
Thank you for being connected with Fidelity.
How many devices will you be running in your home?
This whole company, like technicians, everybody that I've worked with, they go above and beyond to give a good customer experience, more than what any customer expects.
I firmly believe in doing the best that we can for our customers.
Just so you know, there's no data caps, no overage fees, so you can be on it 24/7.
One day I had 5 compliments in a row for technicians, and I think it's a big deal for customers to take time out of their day just to call and let us know that they went above and beyond for them.
You know, within Fidelity, teamwork is gigantic. We couldn't be anything without teamwork. We work together.
Start of the fourth quarter, Rivercrest with the ball on the 15-yard line. They are up 41-14 and looking for more. Brown to Robinson.
Motion.
This play is going to be stopped. Had a little motion.
Snap, ball start, offense, 5-yard penalty, second down. Please reset the game clock to 12 minutes.
One of the few mistakes for Rivercrest, just their 4th penalty on the night. 4 penalties, 34 yards. I know they had the 1 turnover earlier in the game, and they failed to recover an onside kick, but the Colts have played a pretty clean game. They've now surpassed 300 yards of total offense, 306 total yards, 195 on the ground, 111 on coming through the air. Brown's going to hand it off to the first man through, and that's Jamaica Franks, the big fullback, spinning his way across the 15-yard line. He gets that 5 yards back from the penalty and some.
That's just demoralizing for Coach, just to sit there and watch him eat up clock and quickie dive. There's nothing you can do to get him off the field.
You guys were taking a look at the Rivercrest line, the roster, the size, and the weight. They have some big dudes, as you called them, up front.
Yes, they do. And some nasty dudes. They play with the chip on the shoulder, and they play physical, mean, nasty football, what you want up front. Very, very impressed.
Ball is just outside the 13-yard line. It's 3rd and about a yard. Frank's in at fullback, Robinson deep.
Delay game.
Offense, 5-yard penalty, third down.
That'll make it 3rd and 6. Did you just call for the waggle?
Yeah, called for the waggle.
Number 6 is in the game for the first time in a while.
We'll toss it out to Robinson. Robinson looking for some blockers. Robinson's brought down right around the 15-yard line. That'll bring up a 4th down play, 4th and 2. So Wes picked up about 4.
That shows you what I know, being a spread guy throwing the football, and I'm not used to this unbalanced power run stuff. So that shows you what I know. Why fix what's not broke? Give the ball to one and watch him go.
And watch that clock go.
No doubt. Yes, sir.
Brown to Robinson, and Junction City sniffs it out. Nothing that time. Junction City gets the big 4th down stop, so the Dragons will.
Did they ever blow it down?
Yeah, they blew the whistle down. They're going to blow it down, so this isn't going to count, but they do get the stop.
First down, Junction City.
I think we heard someone say blow the whistle. Well, the Dragons will get a chance to, stay alive. They're down 41-14, but they're in need of something big offensively. They'll take over at about the 19-yard line, so 81 yards to go. Frazier and Taylor head back out onto the field. Frazier's in the shotgun. Frazier to Taylor. Taylor up the middle. Taylor, one of his better carries of the game, picks up 8 yards on first down. Looking at some of the numbers, Taylor was at 51 yards on 13 carries before that play, so that'll put him up about 59 yards for the game. Taylor, again, he's got the first down, dives forward to the 30-yard line. They're going to mark, well, they may mark him down short. May have said his knee was down before he was able to dive forward.
That is an impressive job by the Rivercrest defense to hold this Junction City rushing attack.
He's right at the first down marker, so they give him the first down. 1st and 10, ball on the 29-yard line. Frazier's keeping it. Frazier splits 2 defenders, makes another guy miss, makes another one miss. Frazier battles forward to the 40-yard line. He picked up 10 yards. There was nothing there. That was all Chavancier Frazier.
Yes, it was.
Coach, you mean the 4-minute defense, slow off the pile. Trying to run that clock if you're Rivercrest.
Frazier to Taylor. Taylor with more room to run. He picks up a first down. So all of a sudden, Junction City's offense clicking a little bit.
I give Taylor credit. He is not playing like he's defeated or anything. He's playing with a chip on his shoulder and still running the ball extremely hard.
Well, for these seniors, this may be the last time to play a football game. I don't know about their college future, but they're going hard. So is that Rivercrest defense, still going hard. Kendarius Brooks with the sack. Kendarius Brooks with 52 tackles coming into this game, and the junior with a big play, slinging down Chavancier Frazier. Big loss on the play. They're going to lose 10. Ball is marked at the 41-yard line.
Set again.
Frazier didn't like that call.
Prior to the snap, ball start. Offense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
So the Dragons, after picking up 3 consecutive first downs, now face a huge challenge. A sack lost 10. Now a penalty loses 5 more. It's 2nd down and 25.
Good
the ball is
down.
on the 36. Frazier looking to pass. Frazier under pressure. Frazier's brought down. That Rivercrest defense continued to pursue. This time it's Carl Coleman with the sack. They'll push it back now to the 32-yard line. They have to get to the 39 on the other side of the field.
That's hard to call plays for. I don't have those plays.
Yeah, third
and 29. Well, Frazier's just going to keep it over the right side. Frazier makes one man miss. Frazier to the 38-yard line. Frazier picks up 9 yards on that play. Going to bring up 4th and 21. Junction City quickly to the line.
Don't get beat on any double moves if you're Rivercrest.
Frazier going deep. Looking for his man Davis. Davis goes up high, fight for the ball.
Interception.
And it is intercepted. The Colts pick it off. It's Zori Chipman with the interception.
Knocked that thing down. That was just like a punt. Yeah, so
hard to tell a 17, 18-year-old young man that he wants that interception.
Cash.
He wants to
What's
He
that
wants
stat?
that name in
Name
the
of the book,
record
no
book.
doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Hard to blame him for that one.
Hey, when you're up 27 or whatever it is, that's you'll take that any time in a state championship game. You know, one thing about Junction City offense, you see them, as Chad Moore says, hammer down. They keep the pace up, and it's been fun watching their guys, their pace. So it's been, especially for a spread guy that does it herself. So they go extremely fast.
Another turnover for Junction City. That's now 2 interceptions, 2 fumbles for the game, 4 turnovers for Junction City. You put the turnovers with the penalties, and it's just been a rough game for the Dragons. 9 penalties, 65 yards. Shot themselves in the foot a lot tonight.
That was one thing we said early is turnovers and special teams, and that's something Rivercrest has done, in tackling in space.
And I wouldn't be surprised here with Rivercrest doing what they do. Number one, he bust one for a long play, especially when that weight is pushing people around.
Robinson's deep. Robinson has it. Robinson stopped after about a 4-yard gain. That time is Javase Cook with the tackle. Clock continues to tick. 6 minutes, 25 seconds left in this 3A state championship game. Ball's on the 34, 2nd and 6. Brown keeps it. Brown over the right side. Brought down by his leg. He picks up 2 yards. 3rd and 4 now after picking up 2 yards. No need to get the ball across the 39-yard line. They're at the 36, so it's about 3.5 to go. Surprised that the Colts aren't taking a little bit more time. There's still 12 seconds on the play clock.
I think they
well,
just
maybe
took
now
their
they
advice.
are.
First time you said that, and there they are.
Brown hands it off to Robinson, and there's a big pile there. And Robinson can't get any forward momentum going. He'll lose half a yard on the play. They'll mark it down at the 35. They'll bring up 4th down, and they're going to punt.
Second time they punted, I believe, tonight.
I don't know if I've called the punter's name.
It's when they had the negative roll.
That's right.
That's exactly right. So the Colts bring out Dylan Trapp, their punter.
6'5", 290-pound punter.
He gets a leg into it. Lands at the 32, and Junction City muffs the punt, and the Colts recover. Just when you think it can't get any worse, well, it does. And that was Frazier trying to make a play. The senior quarterback, also the punt returner, trying to field it off of a bounce. He saw some room to run and just forgot to make the catch.
That'd be 5 turnovers, I believe, Wes.
Yep, 2 interceptions and now 3 fumbles on the night. And I believe there was an onside kick they didn't recover also. 152 total yards for Junction City tonight. That's a good defense right there. In the state championship game against this Junction City team, came in with more than 6,000 yards of offense.
I'm a little biased, Wes, but I think I know who's going to be the leading rusher in the state.
They've done a good job of shutting down Ishma Taylor tonight. And Taylor needed, I think around 150 yards.
I think so.
And Taylor right now is at 72 yards with 4.5 minutes to go. The Colts looking to use that last 4.5 minutes. They pick up 4 yards on 1st down.
Well, that's the most impressive thing as I look at 2.8 yards per play for Junction City. That Rivercrest defense has played outstanding.
Robinson now with over 100 yards rushing, and most of that in the second half. 19 carries, 107 yards. Welcome back, Mr. Robinson.
Yeah, it was going to be a new offensive formation. They had 7 people on the other side of the center.
And I think that's about 4 different unbalanced sets that we've seen alone in the second half. So.
We'll take a break with them. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Championship games.
That must have been some sale, Patty.
Jim just had to have it. We saved hundreds. You?
I had to have this.
Wow.
Love all of this.
It lights up everything.
Let it pro, let it pro, let it pro. With a brand new GMC. It's GMC's first ever Denali season to upgrade. Get 15% below MSRP on the full range of 2017 Denali models. That's nearly $12,000 below MSRP on a GMC Yukon XL Denali.
My name is Levi and I'm a Success Vision employee. You know, they say that every dollar you spend is a vote for the kind of world that you want to live in, and I think that's what this is really all about. I think it's powerful when a business is driven by something bigger than profit. You know, when you choose Success Vision, you're not just getting the best deal on glasses. You're giving eye care to the elderly, to women, to children. You're choosing to help people. So thank you.
To there for 39 in an hour for less. Come see us today, Success Vision Express.
Head coach Kelly Chandler and the Rivercrest Colts looking for another state championship. They're 4 minutes and 4 seconds away. Ball on the 24-yard line. Robinson picking his way, falling forward to the 21-yard line. Very close to a first down. They're going to mark him just about a foot short. That'll bring up 3rd down and very short. You're looking at that heavy formation. Brown to Robinson. Robinson picks up the first down. He gets the ball across the 15-yard line. So to explain to the viewers, when you get in that heavy formation, what is it that Rivercrest is trying to accomplish when they get so many offensive linemen on one side of the center?
They're trying to see if you will match them or not. You know, sometimes as coaches, if you keep the ball away from your sideline, you know, a defense or a coach can't see exactly how many people are, and sometimes your kids don't communicate it and say shift down another man, and I don't know if that's the case. If you know, I don't know their game plan, but I think you got to balance up their formation. You got to move. The ball can't be the center. In other words, now they go the other way, and they got to tell their guys to move over.
One thing, Wes, Robinson actually just come out of the ball game and wind them back into a standing ovation as Robinson left from the Rivercrest side, and well-deserved.
You know, the fans were happy for him. This is one of their bell cows that came into the game with over 900 yards rushing in only 9 games before breaking his arm. And, well, you know, with 115 yards, he goes over 1,000 yards rushing. Yeah, 10 games, 1,000 yards. So my math tells me he's averaging 100 yards at least a game. So congratulations to that young man. And he'll be back next year, as will many of these Colts, at least the skilled players.
That was a little premature because he just come back in the ball game. So I thought his night was done.
Not done, because he's got the ball.
Touchdown.
He's at the 10, the 5, touchdown Robinson. The Colts add to the lead, and Contavious Robinson, welcome back. Rivercrest is happy to have you.
And that's just a case where you had the unbalanced line, and he starts out to the left and you know, reverses field and goes to the weak side, and great vision by Robinson.
So Rivercrest goes up 47-14. The extra point is up, and it is good. Make it 48-14 with 2 minutes, 13 seconds to go. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Championship games, brought to you by Fidelity Local 6 and Fearless Friday.
Where does the big man go for Santa-sized deal? CraneTeam.com, of course. During the Crane Team Holiday Sales Event, you'll find thousands of clearance-priced vehicles at CraneTeam.com. Shop the largest selection of new and pre-owned vehicles in Arkansas. Value your trade, get financing, and your sales tax paid, all from the comfort of your home. The Crane Team's got them, with over 16 locations offering the biggest discounts of the year. It's the Holiday Sales Event going on now at CraneTeam.com.
Being local, being part of the town is what really sets us apart.
So it's just nice that we kind of take action.
And customer service really is asking questions and finding out what the customer's need is.
Thank you for being connected with Fidelity.
This whole company, like technicians, everybody that I've worked with, they go above and beyond to give a good customer experience more than what any customer expects. And it's nice.
Be locally connected with Fidelity Communications.
Back at it for the last 2 minutes and 13 seconds of the 3A state championship game. Rivercrest has this one wrapped up. It's 48-14 after the last score. Line drive. It's actually a pretty deep kickoff. Going to field it at about the 6-yard line. This is Hishma Taylor with it. Taylor on a stutter side. He stepped out of bounds. Taylor out at the 31-yard line. Junction City will try to get something going on their probably last drive of the game. And I guess this is kind of for your seniors. When you're at this point, everybody's disappointed. They know what's going to, be the end of this, the outcome of this game. But
I was on this a couple of weeks ago, and we want to finish right. We want to do the things right. We want to finish with class, and hopefully Junction City. And I'm sure that Coach Jones wants the same thing.
Frazier to Taylor. Taylor runs into his own offensive lineman. No room to run for Taylor. He's going to lose a yard on the play. They'll mark it at the 30-yard line. 2nd and 11 after losing a yard. Taylor leads Junction City in rushing, 17 carries, 71 yards. He does have one of their 2 touchdowns.
Number 58, Bruce Colbert, come in the game as a senior to get his final snaps.
Rivercrest tackle made by Easton Elder. He comes up and forces a loss on the play. That'll lose about 5 more yards. 3rd and 16 for Junction City. Minute 12 left in the game. Frazier's going to keep it. Frazier's across the 30 to the 32-yard line. That'll bring up 4th and about 9. He picks up 7 yards on that carry. Now all eyes will shift their attention over to the Rivercrest head coach. Here the Gatorade bath is about to come. Kelly Chandler about to experience something that no coach will complain about. It may be cold out there, 30-something degrees, but
you'd take it.
Yep. Deep pass down, the receiver's out of bounds. He had stepped out of bounds before he caught it, and it's incomplete. Now you can focus your cameras over on the Rivercrest sideline and keep an eye on Coach Chandler. See what kind of reaction he gets when he's doused. Got to time it right, though. Those guys got to time it right. You see them all huddled up over there. They're hiding that Gatorade. But someone's got to kind of create a diversion, get Coach Chandler's attention and talk to him as they sneak up from behind.
He's saying, let's go offense. Get out here.
30 seconds left, so they'll have to snap it one time, and that'll be the ball game.
He's still coaching. I talked to Coach Chandler a couple weeks ago, and, it's his 30-something year there at Rivercrest being head coach, and that's a long time to be at one place.
Well, they have state titles in 1985 and 2010. You can go ahead and give them one for 2017. Be his 2nd state title, and they were here 2 years ago and lost to Harding Academy. A lot of these seniors, he told me, played as sophomores, so this means a lot to them. There's your knee.
Best formation in football.
Yes, it is.
And the final seconds will tick off. Coach Chandler's accepting some congratulations there on the sideline.
Great win for Rivercrest.
Excellent, man. And there's 56 and 44 grabbing the Gatorade, so it's coming.
Yep, here it comes. Your Rivercrest Colts are the 3A state champions. They defeat Junction City 48-14. We will start our post-game show. When we come back, we'll hear from Coach Chandler and some of the Colts after picking up a state championship. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Championship game brought to you by Fearless Friday and Fidelity Local 6.
Now my daughter plays a recorder, and we have to video her and then post that to her teacher as part of her homework.
My kids have to have it. She's only in 4th grade. My other one's in high school, so of course she needs it. But I have so many siblings, and my nephews and my mother are there, and I can't be there. We can FaceTime, and I get to see all of them, and we get to talk, and it just makes it that much better for my mom. You have to have the internet. It's like a necessity.
Be connected with Fidelity Communications.
Have you ever wanted a brand new camper? Hi, I'm Missy Gibson for John Gibson Auto Sales, and we are an official Gulfstream camper dealer. Whether you have good credit, bad credit, or no credit, we will finance your brand new Gulfstream camper. We also have a large selection of used campers, cars, trucks, SUVs, motorcycles, ATVs, performance trailers, and boats. Check us out online at johngibsonautosales.com, and we will have your purchase ready when you get here.
Honey, what are you doing?
I'm gonna juggle these chainsaws. I've never done it before, but I saw it on TV and thought I'd give it a try.
This seems like a bad idea.
Don't worry, I got this. Besides, I'm covered.
Get the confidence that comes with health insurance. MyARinsurance.com.
Toss me the third chainsaw!
It's that special time of year when we join with all the world to celebrate the birth of our Savior, Jesus Christ. From my family to yours and all of us at Sherwood Tractor, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Come and celebrate with us, and we will give you the best deal on the Hinder tractors and implements, the #1 selling tractor in the world.
Celebration is going on for the Rivercrest Colts. They are your 3A state champions. Junction City, great year for the Dragons, but they come up short. And they'll be getting the runner-up trophy here in a bit. You can see Coach Chandler speaking with the media. There you see our Tyler Thomason standing by. He's going to grab him here in a few minutes, and we'll hear from Coach Chandler. We'll try to get some of the key players. I have a feeling in my gut that DeMylan Brown is going to be your MVP of the game. The quarterback had a heck of a game, doing a little bit of everything for Rivercrest. Completed 4 or 5 passes for 43 yards and 3 touchdowns. He ran it 12 times for 62 yards and another touchdown, and he called a pass. He called a pass for 19 yards down to the 1-yard line that set up another touchdown for Rivercrest. Plus, you saw Brown on defense. I joked earlier, what can Brown do for you? Apparently a little bit of everything, and he did that tonight. So we'll see if we can catch up with Brown and maybe Robinson, #1. He had a heck of a game at running back, making a return to the field after breaking his arm against Osceola. He rushed for 100 yards. Actually finished with 126 yards tonight, Coach.
We got the coach.
All right, well, let's do that. Let's go down to the field. Tyler Thomason has the winning head coach.
All right, Coach, how does the Gatorade bath feel? I got to ask you that.
Great. Felt great. The victory offense feels good, too.
How did you guys get it done? How did you hold Junction City to only 14 points, and you guys put up 48? How did you guys get it?
We got some tough guys that play on defense, and we're so proud of them guys. They give it all they got.
What do you want to say to all your players tonight, and what's going through their minds? I see some emotion. You got a guy coming up here behind you, emotion on his face.
I love them. Good guys. Good players, but good people.
All right, Coach, congratulations.
Thank you.
Guys, let's go back to you.
It's Kelly Chandler there, the winning head coach. You can hear the emotion. I think most people realize the relationship, but you guys know better the relationship between coach and player and how special it is.
You know, it ends here, but man, there's so much things that go into a season. A lot of people don't see some behind-the-scenes things, and you know, when you win or lose your last game, it's just an incredible feeling to know that those kids work so hard for you.
Let's take a break. We'll see if we can get some more post-game interviews for you. We'll check out some of the big players of the game. Stick around. It's the Fidelity Local 6 and Fearless Friday post-game show.
Every time you earned a paycheck, a little part of it went to pay the government
for your Social Security disability insurance. When you paid in, you did your part. Now, if you can't work because of a physical or mental condition, you have a right to the benefits you paid for. At Rainwater Holt in Sexton, we help people get the Social Security disability benefits they deserve. We're Rainwater Holt in Sexton. Let us help you weather the storm.
To truly experience authentic Arkansas, it's important to understand the rich history, achievements, and cultural influences African Americans have had in the state. African American history is Arkansas history. Visit us and learn more at MosaicTemplarCenter.com. Authentic Arkansas means music, history, art, politics, food, culture, nature, all waiting for you to enjoy. Travel our state. See what makes us special. We can't wait to show you. Visit us and learn more at ArkansasHeritage.com.
Don't ignore the subtext. It's on us to intervene in sexual assault. Because we can. Take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Whether it's year-end tax savings or the perfect gift you're looking for, Sherwood Tractor and Mahindra have the equipment for you. We have side-by-sides to carry all of Santa's gifts. Order the Mahindra EMAX 22 package special for $199 a month. Come and buy the #1 selling tractor in the world and save at Sherwood Tractor. What will Santa put in your barn?
Back at War Memorial Stadium, where the Rivercrest Colts are the 3A state champions, winning 48-42. Guys, what will you remember about this state championship game in the years to come?
You know, I was most impressed. You know, I hadn't seen Rivercrest play this year, but the offense and defensive line for Rivercrest and just the domination up front is really, really impressive. Of course, they've got skill guys that are impressive, but, you know, up front, just the domination. I didn't see it happen in the Junction City because they're physical and, you know, on their end as well, but really, really impressed with the offense and defensive line.
Coach Wes, I'll be honest with you. Rivercrest, I'll say it again, they've got a complete team. You know, they've got some great players, but, you know, the great players are not always have their name called out. It's a guy, like Coach Kendrick said, defensive, offensive line. You know, it starts up front, and it ends up front. And they've got a complete team there at Rivercrest. Congratulations to them.
Let's go down to the field. Tyler Thomason has one of the stars of the game.
I'm here with junior Contavious Robinson. Contavious, how does it feel to come back? This is your first game after injuring your arm. You missed all the playoffs. How does it feel to come back and to get this win?
All glory to God. If it weren't for God, I wouldn't be here right now.
How do you think you guys were able to get it done? What was the difference?
We practice harder and harder every day, every week to get where we at. We got aiming for this whole year.
What's going through your mind when you look at the scoreboard and the game's over and you realize that you guys have won a state championship? What's going through your mind?
I'm just shocked. I'm very shocked. They had us pick to lose on Hooters, but we proved them wrong.
We're going to see you back here next year?
Yes, sir.
All right, go celebrate with your team. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Guys, back to you.
Well, if they're back here next year, they'll be playing in the 4A state championship, but they got a lot of guys that will be back. You start with their quarterback, Demylon Brown. That man you just saw, Contavious Robinson, he's a junior. J.D. Winda, a sophomore. Caleb Long, a junior, but they're going to miss some guys like Zori Chipman and Jamaica Franks, the big fullback. And, some of the big nasties up front, they'll be gone, but Rivercrest Colts have a lot of talent that'll be back and adding to that 4A. I know you guys aren't you aren't that sad to see them go, but
glad to see them go, no doubt.
You know what? There's some coaches in 4A. They're like, man, the 4A is tough enough as it is. We don't need to add a team like Rivercrest. Welcome back up here in the booth. We'll see if Tyler is able to pick up anybody else, another player of the game. But Rivercrest ends as the state champions. But let's talk about Junction City real quick. It's still good. They don't want to hear it right now, I know. But you know what? That was a heck of a year.
13-1, I mean, and they come down here to the end. There's nothing to hang your head about. You need to concentrate on the positives, not the negatives. You know, it's going to hurt now, but, you know, 10 or 15 10 to 15 years down the road, they're going to remember where they was at and remember the sights, the sounds, the smells, and that's things they will never forget, and the relationships they made with their coaches and their teammates.
Let's head down to the field. Tyler Thomason has the star of the night.
With MVP of the game, Demylan Brown. Demylan, how does it feel to go off this field as a state champion?
It's a blessing, a dream come true. I want to thank God. I've just been dreaming about this, been working hard for this every day. I've been putting in countless hours. Just want to thank God.
When you look at the scoreboard, you guys put up 48. Junction City, you held them to 14. How did you guys get that done?
Penetration. We knew they had good backs. We knew we was going to have to stop them. We knew we got to come out aggressive. We just had to fight, be aggressive tonight, and just have penetration.
So along with the state championship trophy, you got an MVP plaque in your hands. How does that feel to learn that you've won that?
It's crazy. It's amazing. Just knew I had, all glory to God, man.
Speechless.
Yes, sir. I don't know what to say.
What's going through your mind when you look at the scoreboard and it hits 0, knowing that you won a state championship and knowing that you get to celebrate with your team? What's that like?
It was exciting. I mean, it was anything you could ask for. You can't get no better than this.
Anything else you want to say to your team or your coaches?
Thank Coach Chandler, all the coaching staff, the big old line, the backs running hard, take care of the ball, my whole teammates, the fans, the school, everybody that has something to do with this. Just thank them.
Congratulations. Go celebrate.
All right, thank you.
All right. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Tyler. He mentioned the big guys up front, and then he mentioned penetration. That was huge. You think about defensively. We saw Rivercrest in the backfield all night long.
And then, as we said, Logan Brown, the Franks, number 40, it was, up front penetrating and Hishma Taylor, and they had a hard time running the football with the penetration up front. So, credit that defensive line with, stopping the powerful run game of Junction City.
I was prepared to talk about Shavasier Frazier and Hishma all night, and they really just never got it going. And I think that's that Rivercrest defense and that penetration.
It seems like they never did get any continuity to their offense. There's either a penalty, an offsides penalty, or a big play by Rivercrest defense. But you still can't take away from Junction City's year.
We'll take a look at some of the final stats. Your final score: Rivercrest 21 first downs. They had 243 rushing yards. Junction City only 107 yards rushing. Look at that total yards for Junction City, 153. Rivercrest, 354 total yards. Penalties, turnovers. We talked about that during the game. Junction City with 9 costly penalties and 5 turnovers on the night. You know what? A lot of times, coaches, you can cover up those first 3-4 lines and just look at the bottom 2, turnovers and penalties. It's going to tell the story.
And you're going to have some penalties, as long as they're, in the middle of the game, but as long as they're not pre-snap penalties, and that's some of the stuff that pre-snap and post-snap penalties I feel like hurt Junction City over and over and over. And so that costly.
Don't forget, if you want to get a DVD, go to Fidelity Local 6. They'll have DVDs of your state championship games. Coach Kendrick, thank you. Coach Langrell, thank you. Maybe next year, y'all are out there on the field. We're talking about you.
Yes. We hope so.
You've been watching the 3A state championship game. Tomorrow at noon, it's the 4A title game, Warren and Arkadelphia. We will see you tomorrow.